Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, the trade heard around the world. Last night, the Dallas Cowboys did the unthinkable, trading their four-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Rookie of the Year, two-time first-team All-Pro, Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for two first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. The Packers handed Micah Parsons the largest contract for a non-quarterback in NFL history. He got 4 years, $188 million, 120 fully guaranteed at signing.
Yeah.
And 136 total guarantee, 188 million total. Ocho.
Yeah.
What the Cowboys thinking of?
Hold on. Take your time.
You want me to start it off?
Hey, well, I can start it off because listen, you will probably get a little bit more in depth than I will, but I would just chat. Y'all stay with me real quick. This is all ego. This is all ego and pride on Jerry's hands. When he did the deal and he got in front of the camera, he did some, as always, that he shouldn't have done. One of the first things he said is this was a good trade. And two, we need to be able to stop the run. Now, you're bringing in Kenny Clark. And again, once again, you put the pressure on Kenny Clark and your defense and the coaching staff to be able to stop the run. Because who you play week one, Unc? Who they playing?
We go to Philly.
They going to Philly. And what does Philly do extremely well outside of throwing the ball?
Run the football.
Now you done put your team in a blender doing the same thing you always doing, is doing all that talking before it's even time to play, and you ain't been in Nan meeting room, you ain't been on Nan field. Oh, letting one of the greatest young superstars of all time go, and you feel your team has gotten better.
Yeah.
How does that make
that's cliche talk, Ocho? Oh, we got better. Really? So if you felt that way, why were you trying to sign him? If you thought you could get better by trading Micah Parsons, why did you even offer him $200 million? Now, all this time, the last four years they were getting run on, I never heard Jerry say a word about running on. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the thing is, you want guys to go hunt the quarterback because the Kansas City Chiefs stopped the run. What did the Eagles do? They got after Mahomes boy.
Yeah.
Because that's the guy, that's the head of the snake, is your quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Al Davis coined the phrase, the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And it needs to happen early in the game.
And often.
See, Jerry, again, if you watch the documentary, America's Team, the gambler and I think the Dallas Cowboys, it was his ego. That's what caused him and Jerry to go. So now he done. Well, we had a handshake deal. What?
Can't do
First
that,
of all,
man.
You cannot. If a player has representation, the owner or the general manager can negotiate a deal with the player. You must talk to his agent. Jerry knows that. Micah probably thought, I'm shaking hand, Ocho. Hey, man, Jerry, good to see you. Jerry said, well, you shook my hand. We got a deal. It's been reported that Michael said, okay, Jerry, call my agent. Mm-hmm. Then, we do the deal. I've done plenty of these deals. Well, you shouldn't have. The NFL should have punished you. The NFLPA, he told on himself, I've done plenty of these.
Well, you also have to understand the leverage that Jerry Jones has, huh? If you got an owner like Jerry Jones that says some of the things that he says out loud that owners are not even supposed to say, maybe think, but you never actually regurgitate it in front of a camera, understand that the whole world is listening and watching. So you know he don't care nothing about that. Then we talk about the same owner that you told me about sued the NFL. Yeah. He had the nerve and the gall and the cojones to sue the NFL and say, I'm going to get every day. And if I'm not mistaken, basically won. He basically won.
He changed it.
So what is the NFLPA going to do? What they going to do? There's nothing they can do because he doesn't care. He's in a position of power right now to be able to do what he wants because he just let the world know I tried to handle contract negotiations without Micah Parsons' representation. All he's doing is telling you to his eye. I mean, to everybody's face.
He says he's done plenty of these.
Yeah, 2 middle fingers up.
Well, why did you do that with Dak? Why did you not circumvent Todd France?
Hey, Dak don't play that. You know Dak. You know if you don't know Dak personally, you know Dak and Jerry don't see eye to eye, and he doesn't have that friendly banter relationship with Jerry Jones. Dak is one of the few players that actually kept it strictly business.
Micah was like that too. Micah and Jerry didn't have Micah did not have the same type of relationship that Jerry had with Michael Irvin, or he had with some of the other players that come along. Micah's like, I'm here to do business. I'm gonna do my job to the best of my God-given ability. Right. But hey, it is a business, and I want to keep it moving. Now, me, and I'm just talking about me, guys. I think once, Jerry started saying all this stuff, we pay him. Who's to say that we're going to have him? Remember, he missed all these games. He's still calling the man Micah Parsons and not Micah. Even Steven had to say Micah, basically Micah. So
doing it on purpose. Huh?
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but I'm just saying, Ocho, I think as Micah started to listen to what this man was saying, like this man don't respect me. This man don't respect nothing about me. Jerry I mean, you own the team, but you don't own me. And that's how Jerry thinking. Jerry's thinking, if I pay you, I should tell you, come in. In the old days, they had the mule, they say G and ha. You say get up or you stop. That's how Jerry's mentality is. I'm not saying that he don't feel the same way about the other players, but I'm just saying his mentality is, if I pay you, you do what I tell you to do. Nah, bro, it ain't like that. And it is reported, I don't know, Jane Slater said that Michael says, okay, let's get a deal. Jerry said, nah, you gonna play on the fifth year option or you can leave. We'll make it happen then.
Yeah, all right.
Because I'm not playing for 21 or 24. I'm not. So whatever you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. So what about? So I'm just trying to all these years, because the Cowboys' weakness over the last since Micah's been there, or before he got there, was their inability to stop the run. I remember Cleveland Browns ran for 300 yards. Arizona Cardinals ran for 300. The Baltimore Ravens ran for 300. Pick a team that didn't run. Jerry ain't mentioned nothing. So if you just got better, because I remember when Jerry was there, and chat, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, all the time that he was telling you these teams remind him of those Super Bowl winning teams. He just traded a player that was on the team that he said had as much talent, if not more, than those Super Bowl winning team. He just traded him and said he got better.
Listen, Kenny Clark is good. Kenny Clark is good.
He is.
He ain't no guy slouch. He ain't no slouch. He's 30, but we talk about Micah Parsons. We talk about Micah Parsons. We talk about a generational
I'm going to the draft looking for a Micah Parsons, a TJ Watt, a Myles Garrett. I'm trying to get, those are transformational players. Those are the guys that you're trying to get. I tell you what, tell me the run stopper that's in the Hall of Fame. They got a gold jacket. Even we were just talking about Leonard Williams. He's talking about how Aaron Donald changed it, where they want guys to get the D tackle to go get double-digit sacks.
That's different.
Because they throw the ball so much, they so much emphasis on the passing game. I need a guy that can attack the quarterback. That's what Micah Parsons does. First of all, Jerry, you're gonna have to because here's the thing, Ocho. The way they're constructed this team, the Dallas Cowboys, the offense is supposed to get the lead. The team is supposed to be ahead. The other team can't run the football. They throw. Micah Parsons go hunt the quarterback. What happens when Dak turns it over or they don't have this big lead? So now, because you constructed a team that you lighten the britches, you can't hold up when they boom, and they coming boom, and they coming boom.
Right.
Like Marshawn said, over and over and over and over.
You hit him in the face.
That's what Jerry don't understand. So unless you're gonna redesign your team, let me know how that work out for you.
Different. But again, I would say that the trade is it's not an even swap in any way based on skill and talent at the positions. Kenny Clark is very good. Kenny Clark is very good.
Yeah, he had a down year, but he said he had a foot injury last year.
Yeah. But Micah Parsons is a generational talent. I don't care what people say. They try to hate. I don't care what it may be. I mean, if your eyes, if you know the game of football, if you watch football, even for me as being a receiver, I understand what he brings to the table, regardless of what team he goes to. He's a difference maker completely. He wreaks havoc.
Oh yeah, and
man, I can't believe Jerry did that. I can't believe Jerry said some of the things he said for it to even get to this point.
And the more he talked,
if you paid him last year ahead of time, and tried to copycat what some of the other owners are doing around the NFL to continue to build winning teams, then you wouldn't have this issue. You wouldn't run into this problem. But your ego continues to get in your way, and it's been getting in your way the past 30 years.
Every time he talks, Ocho, a toe pops out. Because he got his whole foot in his mouth. So every time he talks, I see another toe. I said, there it is. But I will say this, look, when you get drafted somewhere, there's like a sense of loyalty. That, I want to be a one jersey guy. I want to be one helmet. I want to stay here for the rest of my career. Right. And I do believe Micah would have preferred to stay there. The Packers gave him $47 million. Ocho, but to stay in Dallas, I took 44. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you why. Because what can I do with 44 that I got to have 47? Because now it's being reported that the podcast caused some problems. See, the podcast is only valuable when he's a Cowboy. Ain't nobody they want to hear about the Cowboys. They want to hear about the boys. They want to hear about Jerry. They want to hear about Dak. Right. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And this is not a shot at no other team, but there's a reason why.
Yeah, it's different.
It absolutely is. 1,000%.
Anything attached to that star, especially if you're playing there, you want to take advantage of that window when you are there because it comes with so much.
Bro.
It comes with so much.
Troy, media. Romo, media. Dandy Don Meredith, media. Michael Irvin, media. What other franchise can boast that? Now the guys that call, the color guys, the color guys, Troy, two of the prominent spots occupied by Cowboys quarterback. Now I know a lot of y'all don't remember when Dandy Don Meredith was on ABC with Howard Cosell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was a Cowboy. Michael Irvin was a Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Moose Johnson, Cowboy.
Moose.
Hey, Swagoo, Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's not an accident. And plus, look, Michael Irvin ain't caught a football. Michael Irvin make millions. Emmett make millions. And ain't none of them caught a football or ran a football in 2 decades. Michael retired before me, and Emmett retired a year after me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jimmy just retired, yeah. So think about that, Ocho. That's not an accident. Yeah. So the money that you were going to be able to make, now look, it's all mute now. Moot. It's a moot point. Mute means you can't hear. Moot, obsolete. Anyway, with that being said, it doesn't matter now. But I'm just saying, if the opportunity would have presented itself, say, okay, we're not gonna give you 47 because this really reset the market. 44 would have reset the market. That's $3 million more than what TJ Watt got. So that's an extra $12 million. They went 6. They went 24. So I don't have a problem. It hurt him, Ocho, because anytime a team trades you, they say, "Hey, we good without you." Or the thought of it.
Yeah, That's and I don't like this. What I hate. I hate when players get traded, players that we know are really good, players that play for our team, and you know how good the player is, and when they get traded, then
The fans
as
start talking
a fan,
about, he wasn't that good.
yeah, he wasn't that good
Yeah.
anyway. Like, come on.
You never said that when he was there. You're only saying that now. Okay, again, and that's your team. That's their team, Ocho.
Yes.
And you look, it's team because guess what? Somebody else is going to wear that number 11 one day. All they see is the star on that helmet. Players come and go. They're interchangeable. They've had great players with the Cowboys all the way back when they came into existence in 1960 when they drafted Bob Lilly and they got Randy White and they got all these guys. They got a lot of Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And so that's what they see. They see it doesn't the name. Okay, yeah, we love Emmett, we love Troy, we love those guys. But guess what? We got new Cowboys now. We love them too.
Well, hell, you just let a future Hall of Famer go,
and
you just let.
And I know Michael wanted one of those blue coats that the Ring of Fame. When you saw Jimmy and you saw Emmett and all those guys wearing those blue coats. We have orange ones. Somebody else, I think the Dolphins got that teal color, if I'm not mistaken. The Patriots got the red coats. That's not going to happen now. Because, think about how long it took him to put Jimmy in.
Yeah.
Micah, I mean, and it probably, look, he got enough money. And the difference was, Ocho, is that Micah's 26. In 3 years, he can go back to the table and get another big deal. Jerry wanted to do 5 years plus the 5th year option, which is 6. He said, nah. He said, we do 4.
Make sure he won't be able to come back and double dip.
Yep. But, Ocho, we had this conversation. Chad, now, it was Green Bay. Man, people, they need to stop making up stuff. Ocho and I, we tried to tell y'all, when this stuff keeps leaking out, it's coming from somewhere. I know y'all don't want to believe that your favorite player, or they could potentially trade your favorite player or release your favorite player. I know you don't want to believe that. But where you think this stuff come from? People. So of all the things someone could have said, Micah Parsons to the Packers was what they went with. Of all the things they could have said, of all the teams, 32 teams, 53 players per team, plus somewhere between 13 and 16 practice squad guys, of every storyline they could have said, this is what they went with.
Hey, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there is smoke, there's fire. And the first thing people want to say, well, who's your source? Don't worry about the source. Whatever you're hearing is from somewhere. They know how to get it out there. I don't know how they get it out there, but they get it out there.
This is how they get it out there. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. Hey, you ain't hear it from me. You know how you do. Hey, put your spin on it. Okay? I'm just telling you how it is.
Oh, man.
I'm not an insider.
I love them, Dave.
I'm not. And I don't really try to break no news. I could, but that ain't what I was when I was on CBS. That's not what they paid me for. They had Charlie Casserly for that. When I was on Fox, that's what they had Jay Glazer for. I'm with ESPN. That's what they got Adam Schefter for. I ain't breaking nothing. I'm gonna keep my relationship because I have to be very, very careful. Because people got all over me when I said what I was saying about when Russ, man. Well, how you know? I don't know. He ain't in the locker room.
Right.
Okay, but I'm just saying. So I just say at that point in time, I say, you know what, Shannon, it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it to you. I don't know. I'm just gonna speak. Well, this is what for me. If I was in the locker room, X, Y, and Z, knowing, but Ocho, you could tell the more and more Jerry talked, the more.
Oh, he made it worse.
The more he was like dug in. He made it worse. Hey, you know what? He called Stephen A. He wanted to get his point out there with Stephen A. Stephen A. Sitting down with Jerry. Jerry's like this. First time we got him under contract for 3 more years. Nobody was him. You and I had that discussion. I said, Ocho, he got the 5th year option and he got 2 franchise tags. So theoretically, he could be a jerk about it and says, okay, play on the 5th year option, franchise. Okay, go ahead and go. But I done got 7 years of service out you.
But listen, and Michael was going to be a jerk too. You notice they say he was cleared for his back pain, right? So you know what he did? Oh, y'all want to play games? So we're gonna play the game. I'm gonna go get a second opinion. And I'm gonna make sure the second opinion I get, let y'all know that I can't play.
Right.
He was finna play the game.
Oh, yeah.
So Jerry understood, okay, you know what? He ain't playing. He not finna fold. He really finna play this game. So it's better.
Third opinion.
Might as well get, yeah.
That second opinion sounded too much like the first opinion, so let me go get a third opinion. I need a descending vote, 3, Look, the Cowboys say they're a better team. I don't know how you trade your best defensive player. I believe he's the best. He was their best player on either side of the ball. I don't know how you trade him and get better. We'll see what they do with the draft compensation. You could look at Houston and say when they traded Deshaun, they got better. They got C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
They got Nico Collins. They got Anderson. So what I'm saying, Ocho, you could say, oh, they got better. They got some all pros over there. They got a franchise quarterback. You got a hell of a defensive lineman. You got a really young, great receiver. We did all right, Ocho. We did all right.
Yeah. That's getting
better. But I want to see what they do with the draft picks. But I don't know if you can't attack a team's quarterback. That's how they're built. You were built. They got undersized offensive linemen except Mozzie Smith, but that's his job.
Yeah.
So in other words, you put all the we didn't stop the run. Well, look at my bro. So now because you guys got ran on, you put all that on Micah.
Yeah. Also, wait a minute. He said the problem is fixed now, though. Okay. He said the problem is fixed. We got better. We got Kenny Clark. Therefore, I feel we can stop the run now.
Look.
So now you put the pressure on them boys, and them boys ain't even play yet. And they got to play the Eagles week 1. So when things don't turn out how you said they are, as far as you guys getting better at stopping the run, and you got Saquon Barkley running for 250 yards on you, now you got another problem.
With Jalen Hurts ordered Uber Eats back there talking about what they got. I like the Mugu Gal Pan. I like the General Joe's chicken. I like the Hey, y'all got egg rolls?
You be back there smoking a cigar, chilling?
Because Lane Johnson and My Lotta ain't to be played with.
Ain't nothing by. Talk about how we gotten better, not realizing who you play week 1. Do you remember the defensive line? Do you understand the offensive line you getting ready to play week 1? Are you sure? Are you sure you've gotten better?
Hey, and you got the Commanders. So we're gonna find out. Look, a lot of times, Ocho, we all have it. We all have it. Mm-hmm. We make up our minds or something. I don't care. It might be the best thing for us. But sometimes we'll cut our nose off to spite our face. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. You think I can't live without you? You think I can't be without you? I'm gonna show you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we can't get out of our own way, Ocho.
Yeah.
And then when you realize the gravity of the mistake that you've made, it's too late. Mm-hmm. It's too late. We've all been there. Chad, we've all been there. We've all, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but as my grandmother told my aunt, you might not catch them. Yeah. And Jerry Jones had plenty to say about the biggest reason for not signing Micah Parsons, because the Cowboys needed to stop the run. He also said we can win more without Micah than had we signed him. So if that's the case, why were you trying to sign him? Why was it such a big deal, this handshake deal? Why were you trying to get him to sign this contract? See, Ocho, if he had never offered Micah a contract, I could agree with everything that he said.
Yes.
Ocho, Jamar Chase, we had this conversation last night. Jamar Chase was suspended 1 game. The 1-game suspension will cost him over $500,000, $448,333 in a game check, and $58,824 in an active roster bonus. Chase plans to appeal and argue this 1-game suspension, claiming that if it was going to spit on Jalen Ramsey, he would have spit in his face and not on the man's jersey, the ground. Ocho. Ocho, that's not. Come on, Ram.
Wait,
Come on, Chase.
He didn't even talk to the media, huh?
Although that's what Ian Rappaport said, is that he said if he was going to spit on Jalen Ramsey, he would have spit in his face and not on the jersey, the ground.
Yeah, I don't think he said that.
Okay.
Because he declined to talk to media. He declined to talk to everybody today. Obviously, once you get out of watching film on Mondays, he declined to talk to everybody.
What? I guess his team put that out. But anyway, I don't know how. I don't know. But first of all, you said you didn't spit. So whether you were spitting on the ground or you would have did X, Y, and Z, you said you didn't spit. Yeah. That's what you said. You said that after the game.
Yeah.
Now, the all that, Ocho, they shoot everything. Man, they shoot everything in 4K?
Mm-hmm.
And you could actually see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can see pimples on an ant booty from the moon. That's how good the cameras are, Ocho.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Chase.
Absolutely.
Appeal it. But I just think you should, call Ram and say, bro, I'm sorry. My emotions got the best of me and leave. And because this one incident, this is not you. Mm-mm. I don't believe this is you. I'm surprised that we're actually having Ocho and I having this conversation, and you're the topic of the conversation because you're ensnared in this. I wouldn't have believed it. If you would have been the very last person. Mm-hmm. They said a receiver. There are some other names I might have would have went to, but I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have put that. I wouldn't have put that on you.
Nah.
So I hope that's what Ian Rappaport said. He said his team said, or he said. Nah. I don't believe it. Nah. I'm going to say, let's just say, but for the sake of you did spit on him. Whether you would have, what you would have done, you spit on the man, and it's gonna cost you. But you'll learn from it. I don't believe this is the type of person that you are. We've all done things that we're not. It's not our finest moment.
Yeah.
And I don't think this moment should define Jamar Chase. There gonna be a lot of other moments that we can look back and define Jamar Chase with. This is not going to be your defining moment. But the best apology, Ocho, is change behavior. Don't let something like this happen again, and we're gonna be good, bro.
And the funny thing about it, when we talk about change behavior, when it comes to players, I'm not just speaking on Jamar Chase in general. The change behavior, most of the time, he gonna make you forget about it on the field.
Yes,
he's gonna make you forget about it on the field, and we never had problems out of Chase off the field anyway.
No, you don't.
Never had a problem from him. So when you think of a hypothetical, if this scenario or this situation never happened, and you just thought of some players that it would come from, it wouldn't come from him because he's one who causes no problems. The problem he caused is on the field. It's
correct.
Fuck as hell. That's it.
That's why I struggle. That's why you struggle.
Yeah.
Because you know him better than I do, and there was never any indication. He's so laid back. He's so – if you watch him when he does an interview, he's sitting back. He chill. He's sitting back like this here.
All the time, yeah.
So and the little bit that I've been around him a couple of times doing an autograph signing. I saw him at the Super Bowl. He's a chill guy.
Yeah.
He's not one of these high-strung guys that, that's liable to go off. He's really mild-mannered.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so surprising. But look, like I said, this season was supposed to be different. They missed the playoff last year. He had the Triple Crown. He's the first Triple Crown since my brother to win that and not make the playoffs. My brother won the Triple Crown in 92. They didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
He won the Triple Crown in 24. They didn't. So over 30 years.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen often because there's not a whole lot of people that win the Triple Crown. It's hard.
Very
so you gotta have the most catches, yards, and touchdowns versus everybody, not just the NFC, but the AFC as well. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can have yards, sometimes you can have catches, and then somebody nips you with touchdowns. He had both. It's kind of like winning the Triple Crown in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have a 380 batting average, but you got 40 home runs and somebody got 50, or somebody drives in 135. That's why it doesn't happen that often. Mickey Cabrera was the last one. Then you got to go all the way back to Yaz.
Wait, who?
Carl Yastrzemski.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say who? Okay.
Yeah. So, or the same thing in horse racing. You know, hey, you might win that first 2,
Mm-hmm.
but that mile and a half at the Belmonts.
That's hell, boy.
Yeah. If you notice now, a lot of horses just like, hey, forget it. They just they like, I don't even worry about it.
Right.
Hey, we win the Kentucky Derby. We'll skip the Preakness. We'll see you at the Belmont.
Right.
I mean, it was such a long time, and then because everybody thought it was easy. You get Secretariat in '73, and then you get Seattle Salute and Affirm in back-to-back years, '77, '78. And then it's like, well, it's too hard, it's too hard, it's too hard. And then you get American Pharaoh do it, and then you come back with Justify, Bob Baffert, 2 horses.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. You probably had more Triple Crown winners in baseball than you had in horse racing. But
And that's difficult.
oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, you been to the Kentucky Derby before?
I've been, Ocho. We got it's all about Ocho. It's all about the hat.
Yes.
For a man and a woman, it's all about. I've seen women come with some hats and be barefooted. be barefooted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking because I don't know, for some reason it normally rains.
Yeah.
But Ocho, these ladies have these hats. I mean, one lady had a hat. I mean, this hat was way out here like this here.
Yeah.
And you know your boy, we had that hat.
Oh yeah, you was out there sharp?
Huh?
You was sharp?
Ooh. If a fly would have landed on me, Ocho, I'd have cut his throat. Now you see, you messing me up. You messing up the ensemble. Yeah, I was clean, Ocho.
Yeah. I done been there a few times. Obviously, when I was in Cincinnati, it's right down the street.
Right. As a matter of fact, hell, I flew into Cincinnati and drove over.
Drove down, yeah.
Yeah.
Right down the street, man. It's a great event. I only did it one time. You know, I'm not in that kind of.
That's where I met Bob Baffert.
Okay.
Met him and his son. At the time, I met rest his soul, I think, Dwayne Lucas. I met a couple of them.
Yeah, it's great. It's an awesome sport.
It's unbelievable, Ocho, because it was on my bucket list. I've been to a World Series. Obviously, I've been to a Super Bowl, the Kentucky Derby. I want to do Daytona 500. I want to do Wimbledon.
Huh? Listen, do me a favor. To give yourself some justice, so you can understand the experience. When you go to the Daytona 500, do not let them put you in a suite. You need to sit in the stand so you can get the
feel them go around that track.
Yes, you got to be able to experience it. You got to feel those cars coming around. You know, the energy, the aura, the stands. You got to. Man, it's
crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, it's something about when you feel 800 horsepower and it's 42 of those cars and they're going 180, 190 miles an hour and they're this close. They're this close.
Yeah.
And those cars are damn near upside down.
Unbelievable.
Hey, boy. Hey. Would they bump draft? That's a rest your soul, the Terminator. Dale Earnhardt. Boom, boom. Slingshot down in the back. Oh, man. I got to see that one. I want to see Wimbledon because I saw the U.S. Open. I saw Serena. She just got married to a couple of years ago to David Lee. She the Dane, the tennis player. She married David Lee, the basketball player. I saw her and Serena play a semifinal at the U.S. Open on a Saturday night. What's her name? Wozniacki. Yep. She married David Lee. I think they got a couple of kids. Because I just saw them in Vegas, maybe for the Super Bowl. David Lee, Michael Phelps and his wife, and it was David Lee and Wozniacki. But man, Ocho, I got it. Huh? Yeah, you look at your boy.
Hey,
your boy with that sucker.
Hey, boy, you clean, huh?
Yeah, you see that boy in sucker.
I see you. Okay, you clean. You clean.
Look, something I pulled out. I was in a hurry.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on. It's April. Oh, Joe, we might have to jump down there. Hey, Club Shay might have to, Nightcap might have to go on the road at the Derby.
Man, hey, you listen, I get my hat ready right now. Don't play with me. Hey, cause you know when it comes to putting them things on, you know, I put that you know what on now. I'm ready.
Yeah, we might have to go and do a little something, Joe. We might have to go and do something.
Hey, speaking of horses in the Kentucky Derby, my daughter Cha-Cha, she plays tennis. She's phenomenal. She's
Yeah.
phenomenal, and she loves horses. I'm talking about love. She said, I'm gonna blame my mama. We went riding horses this past weekend, a weekend before last. She asked me all about types of horses and telling me about saddles. And I'm like, man, where in the world you learn all this stuff at? I'm talking about she's really into it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Okay.
Be in your pockets too.
Hey, listen. So as soon as we finish riding, the first thing, Christmas coming up. So the first thing I do, I'm talking to the lady. We on the trail, we riding. I asked the trainer, I say, what horses run? How much they cost? Okay. 1,000, 1,500 for something simple. Okay, bet.
What, please?
Yeah, I ain't getting nothing too expensive now. She young now. So I'm like, okay, what about boarding? What about feeding? Do they have places? Out here?
Yeah, that's where you spend the money.
Will they have boarding? It's like, yeah, that's what
yes.
Our horse. There's boarding. So I ask her. I say, well, listen, I'm gonna leave my information, and send it to me, and the numbers and what it costs, weekly, monthly, and for the year. And I'm thinking about getting my daughter. I'm thinking about get a Pasafino. I don't want none too big. I want some a little small where the ride is smooth, and a Pasafino would be perfect for her. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited for her because she loved him so much, and I think that would be one of the best breast surprises for one of my 85 on Christmas morning.
The thing is, Ocho, is that you get a horse for a decent price. You probably spend $1,500, maybe $5,000 on a horse.
But what you got to put into it, completely different.
But to board it and to feed it,
yes, yeah. But see, and to also, you got to understand where I live in Miami, out that way, because I'm further up north and west a little bit. Ain't nothing out there but horses and stables. Mm-hmm. That's it. And when you think Miami, you think South Beach, all the nice stuff. But I'm out there in the I don't even know what you want to call it. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, and when you driving, it's people riding horses up and down the street like we in goddamn Texas. I'm serious. That's how far out I am from everybody.
Right. Caleb Williams hit DJ Moore, and he walked it off. They won the toss. They elected the Green Bay to have the ball because they wanted to see what they needed. Mm-hmm. Green Bay was driving down the field, fumbled the snap, and the rest is, as they say, history. Yeah. They had there was 3rd and 20, and the guy grabbed Caleb Williams' face mask. That gave him life when he really didn't have to do that. But hey, you're grabbing. So unfortunately, those things happen. But Caleb Williams, 19 of 34, 250, 2 touchdowns. He wasn't sacked, and he didn't turn the football over. Mm-hmm. DeAndre Swift ran the ball 13 times for 58 yards. Kylie Monogai had 9 for 50. Caleb Williams ran the ball 3 times for 30 yards. They had 26 rush, 150 yards. But DJ Moore, 5 for 97 on a big touchdown. They win this ball game. They look like they're going to win this division. Who would have thought based on what they had last year, Ocho? But we thought with Ben Johnson coming in, you picked them to be one of your surprise teams, them and the Carolina Panthers, to be one of your surprise teams. And I think they surprised a lot. I think they're a lot better than people. They thought they would improve, but I don't think anybody thought, given that division with Green Bay and Detroit still in that division, Ocho, I don't think anybody had Chicago picked to win that division. Just goes to show you what the coaching staff, they brought in some addition. They revamped the offensive line. New center, Endowment, new left guard, and Thuney, new right tackle. So they revamped that offensive line, and they got Loveland, and the tight end, the first round draft pick, and he's been phenomenal. So give the Chicago Bears credit, Ocho. Jordan Love leads the game, but Malik Willis did not disappoint. He played extremely well. He played very 9 of 11, 121 yards, threw a touchdown pass to Romeo Doubs, but it was not enough because this was all about the Chicago Bears. When they needed to get a stop, they got a stop. They bend, but they didn't break. They made them settle for a field goal, and because if they can't score a touchdown, the game's over.
Yes.
But they made them kick a field goal. They go down the field, get in field goal range, kick the field goal, go for the onside. Romeo Doubs misplayed it. And given his concussion history, Ocho, I'm not so sure you want him there with those kind of collisions. Right. Because they're coming. And they come in with bad intentions. Oh, yeah. And remember now, Ocho, ain't no helmet on the onside now.
No.
That's a car. That is a for real car crash.
Yeah, but also you want your players with your best hands and the ones that you trust the most in those important situations like that. You want them on your hands team.
Yeah. Also, Josh Jacobs going in for a touchdown. He fumbled the football. That has been his history. He's had a history. He's had a propensity to put the ball on the ground. No, Joe. As we start getting closer and closer, we start in December and we move towards January.
Yes.
You got to hold on to the football.
Yes,
you cannot turn it over. The ball is a premium, and it cost him. And guess what? We didn't see him anymore.
Yeah.
We didn't see him anymore.
Listen,
Emmanuel Wilson took over from there.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, you got to do a better job of holding on to the football. They know you'll give it up at some point in time, and they're going to keep hammering at it. You're a good back, but you got to hold on to the football. Ocho, what did you like about what you saw from Chicago? Because Green Bay really controlled this game.
Yeah. Listen,
until
they controlled the game. They controlled the game in its entirety throughout the game. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I thought the Bears were gonna lose. Going into the fourth quarter, 5 minutes left into the fourth quarter, the game is 16-6.
Yep.
I'm like, hell, that's a 2-score game with only 5 minutes left on the clock. So many different things have to go right for the Bears to even have a chance to come back. And those goddamn things that needed to go right, they went right. Those things absolutely went right. The center exchange, the mess up between Malik Willis and the center.
Listen, you can't have that, Ocho.
You can't have that with the starting center and the backup quarterback. How many snaps do they get, Think about it.
Well, Ocho, but you got to realize Malik Willis had been in the game, so they had taken a lot of them. They had to think about it. When Jordan Love went out.
Right.
Malik Willis comes in.
Yeah, he comes. Yes.
Because and I want you to go, Ocho. I didn't see Jordan Love until they replayed it where he got helmet to helmet.
Yes.
I didn't see it in real time.
Okay,
and I was wondering on fourth down. I said, why they bring Malik Willis in?
Right.
And then when they went back, they showed it. I was like, okay, that's why they brought Malik Willis in. But go ahead, Ocho. Finish your point.
But also, I think that might have been a problem. You can't blame the weather. You can't blame the weather. I would just say the fact that even though he wasn't there for a few snaps once Jordan Love went out, that center and quarterback exchange and the fact that they haven't had any type of continuity together, that might have played a part in it. Maybe Malik Willis didn't close his hands fast enough. I don't know. Because Jordan Love has taken 1,000 goddamn snaps and there hasn't been one center exchange where there's been an issue, and all of a sudden there's one tonight. And obviously, certain things they have to go right, and that was one of them. They had to go right in the Bears' favor for them to even have an opportunity and a chance to win this game, including the goddamn onside kick.
When you fall behind, Ocho, you have to, as the behind team, you have to do everything right. Because if they mess it up, Ocho, how many times have we said, oh, the game was right there for the taking.
Yes.
Such and such did this, such and such did that, but you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So if you're the behind team, from the time you're behind, you have to do everything right. Now, as the team that's in the lead, because all they need is a look in the momentum, because realize you're on the road. So what happens, Ocho? Now all of a sudden the crowd gets back in the game. You've had the crowd at bay for the entirety of the game.
Quiet.
Now all of a sudden you got 70,000 fans. They're into it, and then they stop you on third. I don't like the call. I didn't like the call on third down.
Right.
I think you give the ball. I think you give the ball to Emmanuel Wilson, and you go ahead and get the first down.
Right.
And I just hate that offset. I just hate but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But with that being said, Ocho, I think Emmanuel Wilson, you give him the ball both times, and you say, offensive line, we need 1 yard.
Yeah.
We need 1 yard. Now we get a new set of downs. It didn't happen. I think the Bears deserves a lot of credit.
Yes.
But Malik Willis showed me something, because when I'm looking at him in Tennessee, we didn't see this Malik Willis. So it might be something in Tennessee. Mike Vrabel was his coach. They didn't want him. He looks like a very, very competent quarterback. He looks like he can be a starter. I can look around the league, and he's better than some people's starters. It might be the system. It might be Green Bay and what they have to offer. But, Ocho, he looks very competent right now.
Now, and you heard what you just said. It might be the system, or it might be what Green Bay has to offer. You got to look what he has around him. Look at what he has surrounding him. Look at the personnel. Look at the offensive line. Look at the running back. Look at the receiving core. So you're going to look like a competent quarterback when you're playing for a team from top to bottom that understands how to build a team where you can compete week in and week out. Of course. When's the last time Tennessee has a team that's been structurally built from the top to bottom to be able to compete week to week. There's a reason they was picking number 1 in the draft last year. There's a reason why. So they're not going to look the same. And unless you're Superman, you can't go to a team that's not structurally built the right way. You got to be Superman to make them look good, if that makes sense.
Bears take control of the NFC North, Ocho.
Yeah.
They're 11-4. They're a game behind the Seattle Seahawks that are 12-3. But they're 2 games in front of the Green Bay Packers now. Well, they're a game and a half because Green Bay has a tie.
Right.
Actually, yeah. Well, theoretically, that's 2 games because, they only have 4 in the loss column and you got 5 in the loss column and 1 in the tie column. So they're 2 games ahead of Green Bay and they're 3 games in the win column ahead of Detroit. We'll see what Detroit does tomorrow. But if they win one of their last 2 ball games, they're going to win the NFC North, and they'll be the number. They'll be the number 2 seed.
Oh yeah.
The New York Jets, Ocho, are benching Justin Fields for backup Tyrod Taylor. The move comes following the 27-14 loss to Patriots last Thursday night, the game in which Fields threw for 116 yards on 15 of 26 passing. Fields signed a 2-year, $40 million deal with the Jets last spring. The contract guarantees him $20 million in 25 and another $10 million in 26. Ocho, does this benching suggest that the Justin Fields experiment is officially over?
Yes, it does. And I hate that for young Bull. I'm just gonna be honest. I hate that for him. And not only is the experiment over, it puts the Jets back in the same position that they've been in for a very long time since Joe Namath. It's in search of a quarterback number 1. They're back in search of quarterback number 1. I really was pulling, for Justin Fields and hoping this would be his season to have his own team. Things didn't go well with the Bears. He went to Pittsburgh. We saw flashes. We saw flashes of brilliance, leading that Pittsburgh Steelers team offensively to a 4-2 record before he was benched for Russell Wilson, that Mike Tomlin had said would be the starter once he gets back healthy. Now, Justin Fields, this is your team. You quarterback number 1. You have nothing to worry about. You don't have to look over your shoulder. You can play freely, Just minimize your mistakes, protect the ball, and try to run that offense as efficient as you possibly can. And to this point, we're in week 10, damn near, if I'm not mistaken. Week 10, yeah?
Yeah, we about to head into week 12.
Oh, shit. Well, we in week 12. And just...
No, week 13. This is week 12, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
About to head into week 12.
Yeah, at this point, based on the numbers, what you've seen, we've talked about it all the time. Having games where you got 20, 30 yards at the half.
Yeah, man.
Like,
come on, man.
45
yards passing, an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, you
not
can't.
okay. Once I get that, but Ocho,
Multiple
45,
back to
54,
back to back.
Man, no.
And sometimes when I think about it, it's like sometimes I think they sabotaging him, but I know that's not the case. I know it's not the case because they can only sabotage you so much, it hurt. I hurt for young Bull because he really wanted the opportunity to be quarterback number 1, and it just hasn't panned out or worked out.
No, it hadn't even been close.
The Jets is probably one of the worst situations to go to because you have to be that much better at the quarterback position than everything around you. You got to be able to elevate everybody else around you, and he's not that kind of quarterback.
Man, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams couldn't help him.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, you put that green and white on, you already know.
Damn. Well, listen, Tyrod, proven veteran. Tyrod gonna get in there, and the one thing about him, he gonna move.
He gonna let it by now. Tyrod will let it go.
He gonna move that ball too. He gonna move that ball. I wonder who the Jets got this week.
Who the Jets play? The Ravens.
Oh hell no! Shit.
Hey, In Baltimore, Tyrod, hey, that's what Tyrod started. Remember, Tyrod was the backup to Joe Flacco.
Yeah, the Joe. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, sure was.
And he started in Buffalo. He took Buffalo to the playoffs. People forget that.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Right.
Jeffrey Simmons said he's tired of sugarcoating things and is sick of the Titans not playing complimentary football. Let's take a listen to what Jeffrey Simons had to say.
Can't have that many false starts. We need to be better. I mean, we can't keep sitting up here saying the same thing, trying to sugarcoat it for the media, for anybody. And I said it in the locker room, I said it on the field. I'm tired of sugarcoating. I mean, we need to be better. At the end of the day, we need to protect Cam better. Simple.
There was a defense when knowing if you give up 2 touchdowns or or whatever, that's going to be hard to win.
Man, at the end of the day, it's about complementary football. We have to play better team football. Sometimes the offense will be playing good. Sometimes the defense. But how can we play good as a team, three-face? We not playing good team football right now, and it's showing. And Mike said it in practice Friday. We had freaking 4 false starts Friday. We playing at home. We shouldn't have that many false starts. Don't care. I'm tired of taking feelings. I'm tired of losing. That's what I'm tired of doing.
Ooh, man, he frustrated, boy.
Yeah. You talking about the offensive line. He said, how we have that many false starts and we play it at home?
At home, yeah. You shouldn't have any because the noise is on your side. Or the lack of noise is on your side, especially when the offense is out there on the field. Yep. Shouldn't be any issues. I understand what he's saying, and the key word that he kept saying over and over is complementary. Offense play well, defense play well. There has to be some type of balance on both sides. Now you're not going to execute on every single drive, every single drive, but meet me halfway. Keep us off the field for a little bit. Don't go 3 and out 3 times. I'm just throwing I'm just throwing that number out there. But in general, the defense is tired. Give us a chance to rest. Let's put together some drives, some consecutive drives together. Give us a chance. They're not even with the way they're playing. They're not even giving themselves a chance to win games. Now it's a little
be
close.
In position to get the number 1 pick again this year. I mean, in 26, Ocho.
Yeah, and my dog. My dog hurt.
You got to suck to get the back-to-back number 1 picks.
Hey, that's tough. Well, hell, you know how bad you already had it.
You in the old Bengals territory. You are in the old Colts territory.
Yeah, but
because y'all did that, right, Ocho?
Who?
The Bengals.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bengals was bad,
John Carter, Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson.
Hey, the Bengals was bad, huh? I'm talking about back then.
You do realize I was in the league when y'all was terrible.
Yeah.
Y'all come a long way, Ocho.
Yeah, we have. Yeah,
the Colts was terrible too. Hey, the Patriots was terrible too.
Terrible.
There were a lot of terrible teams.
They were bad. Hey, but Tennessee got a long way to go, huh? You know how bad you had. You heard me. You know how bad you had to be to get.
Or say the team. Hold on. Ooh-wee. Ocho, I'm trying to think who's the last team to have back-to-back number 1 overall picks. So, like we said, like the Bengals,
right?
Did with Kajana. I think it was Kajana Carter and Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson. Ooh.
The same team did it twice.
Damn.
What happened?
The same team has done it twice.
Who was that?
They woulda done it twice, back to back, number 1s overall.
Oh, just the Bengals?
No. You want the team or you want the years?
Oh, you give me the years, I'm probably gonna get it.
Browns did it twice.
Oh yeah, with Tim Couch and the guy from Penn State.
Oh, Cleveland.
99 and 2000.
Yeah.
But it was 17 and 18.
Oh yeah, Baker Mayfield and Myles Garrett.
Oh.
What was the defensive lineman? Courtney Brown.
I remember.
Because Courtney, if I'm not mistaken, I think Courtney went 1 and went 2, didn't he? Yeah. Didn't LeVar go 2 to Washington after Courtney? Because they was on the same team, I think. Just like The Colts had the first 2 picks, and they took Steve Entman, and they took the guy from Texas A&M. Quentin Coriat.
Yeah, Courtney Brown to the Browns.
To Washington, yeah.
But they had back there LeVar and Curtis Samuel, so 2 and 3.
Wow. Chris Samuel, the offensive lineman.
For Samuel.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's tough, Ocho. And that's where you gotta have real strong leadership. Because when one side is pulling their weight and the other side ain't pulling their weight,
Right. Yeah.
frustration start to bubble.
Yeah. Tennessee.
You gotta have some real strong leadership.
Tennessee had some chances to win that game. So I understand.
They did. They absolutely did.
Yeah.
They absolutely did. Ocho, Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman is reportedly likely to be inactive for the 2nd consecutive game. Keon is expected to sit tomorrow against Texans, according to Eric Turner of Cover One. Earlier in the week, Coach Sean McDermott said he needs to see Keon show growth to get back on the field. On Thursday night against the Texans, the Bills are likely to go with Joshua Palmer, Elijah Moore, Tyrell Shavers, Khalil Shakir, and Gabe Davis as active.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, they going with the veterans. They're going with the veterans. Hey, listen, obviously as a rookie, you want to come in and make your impact, but they have players that are a little bit more impactful than you are, and bring a little bit more to the table than you do. So, obviously, at this point, we going into week 12, week 13, whatever it may be. It's already set in stone. Anything that you could have shown or proved that you could do, you haven't done it to date, which is why they're comfortable making you inactive, showing you that we can get the job done without you, especially as productive as they were offensively last week without you. Hell, we don't need them.
I got a great story, Ocho. I got a great story to tell you and Joe. Ooh.
Yeah, we had 5-6 touchdowns and you didn't play. So but what's the point at this point? See up 6,
317 yards.
Yeah. Hey, you know what that means? To me, all it says is Keon Coleman, young bull. I know you're gonna see this. I love you to death. We talk all the time. Come on down here with me in the off season. I guarantee you, they'll never sit you down again. Even if you do miss a meeting, you'll be too valuable for them and what you bring to the table on a Sunday for them to sit you down. Come on down here, work with your boy now.
I remember my rookie season, Dennis Smith, number 49, Ocho. We call him Kahuna.
Mm-hmm.
And Kahuna, he was one of the guys that from the time I got there, he always, I don't know what it was, but a lot of the veteran players that were really good took a liking to me. Him, Elway, veteran players. Huna got there in 81. John got there obviously in 83 with the trade through Baltimore. But the vets took a liking to me. And I remember him saying, Sharpe, never let them see they can win without you. Ocho, that's why I shot up a lot of times, because I didn't want my backup to get in, and then all of a sudden he played well, and then all of a sudden they figured they can move on from me. So that was also another reason that I shot up. But I'd never forget him saying that. He said, Sharpe, never let them see that they can win without you. If you notice, who adopts that? The quarterbacks. Brady take every rep. Peyton Manning took every rep. Brett Favre took every rep. Drew Brees took every rep. You're not finna see if that guy can play or he can't play.
Right.
Because I'm never going to give you an opportunity to let you see if he can play. You just got to go on your instinct, because I ain't coming out of there. See, what Keon Coleman did, he allowed them to let Tyrell Shavers get on the field and show. We can win without him. Now, once they find out they can win without you, guess what they'll do, Ocho? Win without you, and they'll move on.
Yeah.
Now, the coach says, I need to see growth. We having a conversation about a guy in his second year that shows growth. Now, I'm going to tell you, look, got a great personality.
Hey, the best.
But after a while, people going to be laughing at you. You talk about, guess what this jacket? Guess where I got this jacket from? I'm going to go back and guess. It's funny, key. But at the end of the day, you better be putting some points on the board. You better be getting some yards. You better be getting some catches. You better get some sacks, some interceptions. You better do something other than make them laugh, because they're going to say, you need to go to the improv. You need to be at the Laugh Factory, because the football field ain't where you need to be. At the end of the day, as my good friend Glow said, the day going to end. And when it ends, you better have catches, yards, and touchdowns if you play on the opposite side of football as a skill position player. And they not playing. They not. Hey, Ocho, it's too much money involved, because before you know it, they're going to have to make an investment, 20, 25, 30, 35, $40 million. And they say, hold on, you doing this and you on your rookie contract. What's going to happen if we give you $30 million, Ocho?
Yeah, you're right. Unc, you got to be special. There got to be something about you, Joe. They got to be something about you as a receiver that separates you. Everybody play receiver. Everybody can run. Everybody can catch. What is it about you that makes you that much more valuable and better than the next man? It got to be one thing. It ain't got to be a bunch. It got to be one thing that separates you from everybody else. Hey, Unc, Joe, you know, on every NFL team, there's a number one receiver and there's a number two receiver. There's something about that number one receiver that the number two can't do. Whatever it may be, they both play the same position, but one is a little better than the other. You have to find that one niche. It got just one, Joe. That's it. That's all it takes. And they got to find it. His personality is so big. It's so big. If we can get his game on the field to match his personality,
Game got to match it though.
Oh my God. Hey, Joe, I'm talking about it's two players I want to work with so bad, Joe. So bad, because I know if I can get them anywhere close to how their personality is in front of that camera off the field, we talk about all world. We talk about all world. They can be in a conversation of top 5 based on if they can get their skill set up to par to match their personality.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman is one. The other one is Xavier Leggett.
Hey, listen.
Hey, them boys electric when that camera's in front of them, boy. If I can get their game to match their personality, man.
Okay, Ocho. I like Keon Coleman. And this could be a wake-up call for him. You know, for him to be a healthy scratch again, like you know what could potentially be coming next down the pike. Man, this should make him really look at himself in the mirror and get to work and be like, man, when I get back out there, I got to get them boys hell. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping he takes some good from this, bro, because I seen him over there dancing and all that when he knew he was out. Hey, look, I tell my son, hey, look, that irked me. Man, I tell my son who in college, I say, hey, bro, they watching you. Even when you don't think they watching you, boy, they watching you. Yeah, they watching you. So you sit over there and mope, pout, and do all that. Man, them folks watching, man.
Always.
We've all been here. The longer you go without something, the easier it is to be without something. The longer they play without Keon in that lineup, the easier it becomes to them to play without him in the lineup. I'll give you a prime example. You saw they say CD and Pick went out.
Yeah.
Now, if that's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th receiver, they're not even playing.
Right.
But that's the 1 and 2 receiver. They miss a series. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson cut a guy for sleeping in the meeting. The reporter said, well, Jimmy, if that was Troy and he was sleeping in the meeting, what would you have done? He said, I'd have woke his ass up. You see the difference? One guy get cut, the other guy get woken up. They asked Mike, what about, you say you lead the players if they're not there. Well, what if it's TD? What if it's Sharp? What if it's Elway? Well, that's the one thing about charting the flight. They'll wait on you. We're gonna wait. But you understand the level of importance by some of the things that you can get away with. But I'm gonna be on time because I need to be on the back of the plane to make sure when everybody else get on, I see what they're wearing so I can cut their ass up when they got on some bullshit. And that's what my job was, Ocho. Get to the plane early so I can see what you got on. You know, if you got on bus 2, that's what Sharp was. That's what them Joners were.
It was coming, huh?
If you got on some bullshit, don't you get on bus 2. We had coaches getting on our bus. Man, I just want to see what 84 gonna say about what such and such got on. Come to the right place, because I'm gonna tear his ass up. But Keon, don't you, hey, let us cut you. Don't you give us a reason to cut you.
Yeah.
They will. Boy, do you understand? There's a guy in college right now, want Keon Coleman spot. There's a guy in high school, want to be a starting receiver, want to be a receiver on the Buffalo Bills. And high school, bruh.
And got his head down working.
This ain't no doctor, no lawyer. You don't get no 30-year career in the NFL. They replace every year the turnover. That's why the average NFL career is 2.3 years. Even when you get a guy like Aaron Rodgers, they got 20 seasons. Even you got a guy like Mercedes Lewis, they got 20 seasons. And 15 and 18. The average NFL career is 2.3 years.
That's it.
So how many guys, in order for that 20 and 18 and 15, Ocho, to drag it down to 2.3, that means a lot of guys playing 1 year or not even playing at all.
Absolutely. Hey, look at it. Look at the NBA. It's 450 guys every year, not just this year, not last year, every year. So if they got 50 new guys coming in every year, guess what? They got to have at least 50 going out.
50 guys got to go.
It's 450 guys. It's only 450 guys every year, bro.
Hey, that's why you got to stay on top of your game. That's why you got to continuously train.
That's it.
And
don't give them a reason to.
You got to get better.
Ocho, tonight, this game wasn't close. Jackson Dart did it with his arm and his leg. Scat Pack was sensational. 19 carries, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jackson Dart, 13 carries, 58 yards, another touchdown. They gained 172 yards on the ground. Jackson Dart was 17 of 25, 195, 1 touchdown. He was sacked, but he didn't turn the ball over. And when you can when you can take care of the football and you play, you have a great chance of winning. Jalen Hurts was 24 of 33, 283, 1 touchdown. Ocho, what we say about that late ball if you late and inside?
It's going the other way every time.
And it almost did. They ran the ball 20 times for 73 yards, but they ran the tush push 4 times in a row. They got a touchdown on it. Dallas Goedert has 7 catches, 110 yards, a touchdown. A.J. Brown has 6 for 80. Devontae Smith, who Jalen Hurts overthrew, would have had like a 90-yard touchdown, but he had 4 for 49. Ocho, the Giants did whatever they wanted to do.
Both sides of the ball, too, at that. And both sides of the ball at that. For one, I want to talk about Jackson Dart. I want to talk about how good Jackson Dart looks as a rookie. Obviously, Russell Wilson started the season for the Giants, but when Jackson Dart got his opportunity, he came in and closed the door right behind him.
Yep.
He's making the throws. He's reading. He's improvising. He's escaping. He's eluding. He's using his legs. He's using his arm. His best weapon went down with knee injury, but you wouldn't know that his best weapon offensively, outside of Scatterbo, was hurt. Jackson Dart is a real deal, and he's very exciting. The combination of him and Scatterbo together, it's like 2 little kids. It's like 2 little kids out there on the playground just enjoying the game of football at the highest level. And it's refreshing. It's refreshing for the Giants fans, as you can see and you can hear. You watch the game with the sound off, but just watching the reaction and the sound of the Giants.
Oh, they going. I can see the fans when they pan and the fans go. I'm sure they're saying, "Boo!" Like for Scatterbo, Scat Pack was doing his thing. Jackson Dart, I'm sure they're howling Dart. Look, this was and we'll get to this, Ocho, because the Eagles didn't play well and they got some issues, and we tried to tell them about the issues that they have. But you know what, Ocho? But you can't tell Giants fan anything, because if I critique Jalen Hurts, you don't like black people. You don't say this about white quarterbacks. If I critique their team, I'm jealous. I'm envious. Okay, fine. I should have your undivided attention, because I couldn't get your attention at first because you was winning. You see that? Right. When you're winning, you can't get nobody's attention. Now I should have your undivided attention because you lost twice.
Yes.
The Giants, they got the makings of a good team. The only thing that concerns me, Ocho, is pressure. There were times back there that Jalen Hurts would just
sitting there, patting the ball.
And 2 of the 4 pass rushers was on the ground. They've got to generate pressure because they don't have elite on the back end. And so you should be able, when you got D. Lawrence, when you got Thibodeau, when you got Abdul Carter, that should be more than enough to create pressure, to create havoc, and not nearly. I forgot Brian Burns.
Brian Burns, yeah.
That should be enough, more than enough, to create havoc. Not enough havoc was created tonight. You won the game. But in order for you to keep building on this, you got 10 weeks, you got 10 days off. You get an opportunity to soak in this. I'm sure the Giants fans are going crazy, somewhat crazy, because the Yankees lost last night. But if you're a Giant fan, you look at Jackson Dart, you're like, man, He won his first game. He was playing really well against the Saints, and then he started turning the ball over. If we could protect the ball, I think we might got something. Scat Pack was doing what Scat Pack does. He runs hard. He's looking to run through, as Marshawn Lynch would say, run through a mofo face, and he runs with authority. He's looking to deliver a blow. When he blocks, he's blocking all out. When he's running all out. He missed a couple of cuts early, but hey, all is forgiven. He's a rookie. He'll get better as time progresses. But I thought the Giants' offensive line, Ocho, remember we talked about that thing was a sieve. People just come in to, you gonna block him? But they did I thought they did a better job tonight of protecting Jackson Dart. He did a great job of avoiding the rush. When he needed to run, he got out of the pocket. When he needed to throw the ball away, he threw it away. I like what I saw from the New York Football Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson had himself a game. Little John Humphrey, I thought he made some plays tonight, Ocho. But I mean, what can we say? The Giants, I mean, I don't think anybody really had picked the Giants to win this game, but it just goes to show you, hey, you take care of the football, and it's a division game, Ocho. It's a rival game. You know, you throw records out the window when you play a rival now.
Yeah, most definitely. But listen, if you also understand, if you're a bet man, you're definitely picking the Eagles.
Yes. I wonder what the line was. What was the bet? You know what the line was, Ocho?
No,
it had to be. I'm thinking at least 4.5.
Listen, you're going against a rookie quarterback, defending Super Bowl champs. Everybody named Mama probably pick the Eagles to actually win this game. But when you have a quarterback like Jackson Dart, who has been as exciting as he is, who has been unpredictable as he's been since he's gotten the starting job, I mean, for those who actually know and understand the game of football, and based on the small sample size of Jackson Dart that we've been able to see, you throw caution to win when you come to betting against the Giants, especially after tonight's performance. So going forward, I think things are going to change a little bit when it comes to not only watching the Giants, but putting whatever money you want to on them to win a certain game or Pacific game at that.
It seems like the line was 7.5, depending on where you was betting, who you was betting, right. Or where what line you took. I'm confused, Ocho.
Talk to me. Wait, before you say anything, let me get comfortable.
I'm confused as to what they're doing with A.J. Brown. I watched the man run 2 unders in a row. I'm like, is that the only route y'all believe A.J. Brown can run? He run under. He run little. They try to run him on like a little 6-7 yard out. But I don't see no imagination in the routes. I don't see no no creativity in the calls. Man, look, they running smash concepts. They run the sail, and then they run the spot, what we call a spot route. Yeah. Or they'll run the out, and then they'll run the under. Or Devontae would try starting the slot, and he'll run the fade, or he'll run the smash route. I mean, and Brown would run the. I'm like, damn. Yeah. If I'm Jalen Hurts, said, man, I'm tired of running these damn under routes. Give me a dig. Give me a comeback. Give me a deep over. Give me something. Hey, run a bang.
Yeah.
We ain't got no bangs.
Yeah, I will say they made a conscious effort to give him the ball. They made a conscious effort to give him the ball in the first half, and there were some plays that broken down where he was able to scramble out the pocket and get the ball to AJ. It wasn't many of them, but he had a better stat line this week. This game.
Second best most yards he's had. He had that 100-yard game against the Rams where they were down by a lot at the half, and then they came out, made a conscious effort, like we got to throw the ball because we can't run ourselves back in the ball game. And it's like, okay, AJ. So he had 6 for 80. Dallas Goedert had 9 for 110. Smitty would have been over 100 had Jalen not overthrew him. He put a little bit too much gas up on it. Devontae ran a really good route, had him. I mean, he could have walked backwards and got into the end zone because it looked like his defender had fallen down, Ocho.
Yeah.
When you look at the Eagles, what's going on? Clearly, that meeting didn't help. Yeah. I don't know what they discussed. I don't care to know. 34-17, it's been a while since the Eagles lost the game by that. And this game wasn't, I mean, this thing got out of hand quick.
Yeah, it did. And I would think I think we'll start up front with some of the pieces to that offensive line being missing. small holes that you try to cover up, weak links that you try to cover up, but you just can't. There's a reason why Saquon Barkley isn't being as successful in the running game as he was last year. Because
he wasn't, Ocho. You knew they were, Ocho. You thought they were going to let that man come back and rush for another 2,000?
Hey, you do understand the Eagles do have the best offensive line in the league.
Yes, but teams are making a concerted effort.
Right.
What did I tell you? If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me with Jalen Hurts throwing the football.
Oh, yeah.
Because I like my chances better beating you with him throwing the football than Saquon Barkley running for 125 a game.
Right. Yeah,
it's really that simple. And that's not a knock. I'm not going to let you have a two-way go of it. Now Saquon's running it. Now you play action and throw the ball over the top of my head. Nah. If he's going to throw the ball with pinpoint accuracy, and guess what I'm going to do, Ocho? I'm not going to drop 8 in the box. I'm not going to throw one-on-one. I'm going to make you throw through zones. I'm going to make you throw the coverage. Now you do that consistently, okay, I tip my hat to you.
I can live with that.
But I am not going to let Saquon do what he did last year and then be at your mercy. Now you throw when you want to, you run when you want to. You got me begging, man, throw the ball, man, run the ball. Nah, hell nah. You're going to beg for something different. Right. Look, it's early in the season, but clearly something is amiss with the Eagles. It's hard to pick right up where you left off, Ocho. As someone that has been in that situation, you have to really turn your mind off to like, man, we won the Super Bowl. Yeah, you did that last year. You think these teams gonna roll over just because you won the Super Bowl? You're their Super Bowl this year.
Oh yeah.
The teams that didn't win the Super Bowl, guess what? When they see your ass on the schedule, now that gives us you know what Brian Daboll said? That's the defending Super Bowl champs. And we just hung 34 on them. You see, when we play, we can beat anybody in this league. That's what they're saying. Because that's the Eagles. That's the defending Super Bowl champ. So now teams base they base how good they are on whether or not they beat them.
And now you see why. Now this gives you a better reason why Jalen Hurts, when they ask him about the Super Bowl and how it feels to be defending champs, why he throws it out the door. That was last year.
Absolutely.
Because he understood how difficult it would be to not only repeat, but to have the same success going into this season.
Same way.
Now we're seeing the struggles that they are having, being that they're not at full strength, especially at the offensive line. Some of the defensive pieces are a little different than they were last year, and things are different. New offensive coordinator, things have to evolve offensively. You can't be too predictable. Last year, because the running game was so efficient, you could damn near do what you want to do.
Exactly.
And you can throw it when you want to. You got to pick your poison on what you want to do. Now things are a little different, and now you're going to get to see the better part of the Eagles. They can do.
You have to dig down, Ocho. We got to dig.
Yeah, they can do one or two things. You can come together and fix it, or things are going to continue to splinter.
Yeah. And we're not going to make no excuses. Oh, the Eagles beat themselves. It looked like to me the Giants had 34 and the Eagles had 17. It didn't say Eagles 1 had 34 and the Eagles 2 had 17.
Right.
Ain't no beat yourself, because see, that's the excuses you make. Last week they should have called pass interference. That was a pass interference. You see what happens, Ocho? If you lose by a little, I can go back and point to things. Well, if he had done this, we had done that. But see, when I beat hell out you, what you gonna say? So what pass interference that would have made up 17 points? What holding call? Man, they was holding. So what holding call would have made up 17 points? What did I miss? What offsides? What penalty that they didn't call that would have made up for 17 points? Oh, I feel bad for my guy Gilly.
Gilly gonna be all right.
Ocho, I bet Hard Knocks wishing they were following the Cleveland Browns around this year. Now, it's Dylan Gabriel's significant other jumping into the drama.
Whoa, what
happened?
What happened?
TikTok saying, my fiance Dylan is not playing. I have thoughts about that, but I'm not going to share it. She then captioned another with Browns lost. What's new? But then he got into a disagreement with a commenter on a post and wrote, actually, everyone in the building wants him to play, but you wouldn't know because you've never been into the NFL or coach, right?
Well, I mean, listen, we see this all the time. We see family members display their frustrations, whatever they may be, really not understanding how the game works, the ins and outs of it. And, she wants her fiance to be on the field. He's not on the field. Shedeur has been chosen to be the quarterback.
How would she know everybody in the building wants him to play?
I mean, they've been on the news for how long?
I'm asking you, how does she know that unless somebody pillow talking?
Oh, come on, man.
I tell you what, when you was in Cincinnati, let Chauncey say, man, my brother ain't getting the ball. They need to throw the ball to my ball or trade it.
Right.
Tell me what you think the people in Cincinnati and what the Bengals organization gonna think. Where did that come from?
Oh, that I said something?
What you mean I said something? That came from you. Even if it didn't, that's what they're going to believe. Right. That's why I always tell family, friends, and loved ones, be mindful of what you say, because whether they said it or not is going back to them.
Yeah. I mean, that's his wife. They have those conversations. I'm sure he does. Of course I want to play. Of course I want to start. You go home and who's the one person you have peace and can vent to when it comes to what you, oh, honey, how was your day at work? Well, shit, I ain't starting. Mm-hmm. Those are conversations that are had between a couple, a husband and wife, a fiance. I mean, that's normal. And she's venting and her frustrations about, oh, damn, here we go. What's new? We done lost again.
But you have to be careful now, Ocho, because back then there was no social media that your significant other could go to. Now there's this platform called social media that they can go to and disseminate information all across the world and instantaneous. So even if you were to send and then hit delete, it's gone.
Oh, it's too late.
It's gone.
It's too late. Once you hit send, it's a wrap.
Man, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I just wish people understood that it put Dylan in a bad spot.
Right.
Because I don't believe, when she said hold on, what did she say? Actually the building. When she said the building, I think it's from locker room up. I don't think it's the locker room down. I don't think it's the locker room. I think it's from above the locker room up. Yeah. The building, I think that's the executive. I think that's the front office.
Hold on, we already know that though. We already know that based on the words, based on things that have been said. You know that part. But down below, where it really matters, the meat and potatoes of the team. I don't need this. I don't need to say no more because I can't throw anybody else under the bus. Like I slipped up a long time ago. I don't want to do that again. But that's what they want. That's what they want inside that building. The people that's going to war. And I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know.
What I don't understand is that people need to understand you're not the center of attention. If you weren't dating Dylan Gabriel, how many people you think would know who she is? That's with anybody, unless you're Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift is a different animal. Mm-hmm. Everybody know who she is, even if she's not dating Trav.
Right.
But when you look at it, Sierra and Russ, okay, that's a different dynamic.
Right.
But when we're talking about somebody that doesn't have that name or brand recognition, that you're only known, oh, that's Dylan Gabriel's fiance.
Right.
Oh, that's Ocho's wife. Man, that's Ocho's significant other. So anything that gets said out of her mouth, that at core that relates back to football,
right?
Oh, Ocho talking ass. That's how it is, Chad. I'm sorry. It's just like stuff at work. When stuff come back to work, oh, I told you that. I've seen situations get messy because something got said in the locker room. Somebody went back and told their wife or girlfriend, and whoop, 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 whoop. Now.
And it got all over the place, huh?
All over the place.
Damn.
And you know where it came from because we talked about it in the locker room.
Locker room, yeah.
And ain't none of them wives, girlfriends, significant others, fiancés, or whatever they want to be. was in the locker room to hear it. So
Yeah.
one of you mofos said it.
Running your mouth.
And in our group, it ain't but a small group. It ain't like we talking aloud across the room.
Uh-huh.
We're talking in a small group, 4 or 5.
Yeah. Oh, so it's
Or
easy
we on the
to,
practice field.
it's easy to pinpoint who said something, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I always ask somebody, hey man, Shaw, let me tell you something. I be like, okay, who else you told? Man, I ain't told nobody. Because I don't want you to tell somebody else and then they get out and then you tell me, but
you
Shaw,
think I did it.
I
Yeah.
ain't tell nobody but Shaw, you a damn lie. Because if you already told somebody else, don't tell me.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, it's Chad. It's just a bad spot to put your significant other in the locker room, because I'm telling you how athletes think. Be it football, basketball, baseball. When something gets out and it's team related, they're like, "What? She must have heard him say that. He's saying that, even if it's not true. She could have just been going out on a whim on her own and saying how she feels. Dylan might not have said anything, but they're still going to attach it. It's just like anything else. If somebody does something, the first place they go look.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you see that? Yes, sir.
First of all, why you got my jersey, Ocho?
Why you got my jerseys? Hey, listen. Hey, let me tell you something. When I hold on, let me tell you how I got the jersey. Hold on. Hey, see, when you was out of town, right? When you were traveling and you were doing them alcohol. Hey, listen, you were doing one of them alcohol signings, and I had to break in your house, right? And I had to steal my trophies. Dude, I snatched one of these jerseys up off of you. I snatched one of these jerseys.
How about we make a trade?
Huh?
How about we make a trade?
Nah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this for the rest of my trophies. Hey, this the real deal too. Look at the sleeves.
Oh yeah. Ocho, I got the home and away.
Yeah. I like that.
Beach high tides.
I like that. Well, I tell you what, when you send the rest of my awards, I got you. Yeah. I appreciate this. Hey, it's heavy. It's stitched up too. This the real deal, right?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. You see what that is? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we look about the same. See the guns? Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Chad, it's kind of like, Ocho, if somebody in jail and they escape, the first place they go is where?
They mama, they girl.
He ain't got no. He got to be going there.
Mama and the girl. Hey, think about
somebody says something and it has to do with the locker room. The first, even if, like I said, Ocho, even if that's her, if those are her own thoughts, and I like to believe she's smart enough and she can have her own thoughts.
Right.
But that's not what people are going to believe.
No, not at all. And I don't think she's thinking about it that way. Anyway, she was just more so expressing her feelings based on how she feels about her husband or husband to be, to actually be out there actually playing. So, but she knows better now, because she's gonna get the backlash, and then it's gonna fall on Dylan Gabriel, and he gonna get pissed. What are you doing? You can't be doing that. They're both new to this. They're both new to this, and she will understand. You got to be careful before you hit sin. You got to think, because once you hit it, it's there for life.
And guess what else, Ocho? Guess who's gonna get asked about this? You think they're gonna ask 12 about this?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna ask Stefanski about this?
Of course.
Something that they don't really shouldn't be. Look, they should be like, okay, what do you guys need to do to get a win? What do you guys need? Blah blah blah.
Right.
I've got to answer questions about something. A lady that ain't never only been going to the game to see Dylan.
Yeah.
Now I got to answer questions about what she said that ain't got nothing to do that's going to help us win a football game, Ocho. Nothing whatsoever.
Yeah. Hey, it just adds to the circus. Adds unnecessary fuel to the fire.
So I just like, Chad, I would just recommend anybody, young ladies, if you dating a guy in college or high school and you guys might be together, just keep that in mind. Everything you say that's related to football is going to be tied back to him. And you might be your own person. You have your own thoughts, you have your own mind, and I get to talk. I can speak freely. But they're going to tie it back to him. And that's not fair. And that's not fair to him. No. And you don't want to put that kind of stress. You don't want to put that kind of pressure. And you don't want to shine that kind of light on him. So just be mindful of that your actions going to reflect back on him.
Absolutely.
It's going to tie back to him. Just like if you do something out. Oh man, you heard what happened to Ocho girl? Man, you heard, man, they say Sharp girl was acting a fool in the mall.
Yeah.
It's different when you date a celeb, entertainer, actor, actress. It's a different set of rules.
Yes.
And you have to move differently.
You got to abide by it.
You can't I move how you can't do that. You can, because now you can't just think about you. You have to think about that other person and the possible jeopardy or perils you might put them in. And I don't think enough people do that.
No.
But you should. I mean, the really ones, Ocho, you ain't never seen Peyton Manning's wife or heard her say anything, have you?
No. See, that's a different type of understanding.
I had no idea till she walked up to me. She said, You don't know who I am. I say, I sure don't. She said, I'm Ashley, man. I say, how you doing?
Yeah.
Had a great... There's, so many people that you wouldn't even know. That's their wife because they like, hey, stay in the shadows, do what I do. I understand.
Well, some understand they have to play the background. Some understand they have to play the background and they're not the main character. I understand I'm not the main character and I know my place and I know my role. There are a lot like that. Then there are some that want to be front and center. Okay, that's my man, but I need to be front and center right along with him. It's different. Everybody's different. And it also depends on who you're dating.
Yes.
Some people date you just because they want to be front and center.
Yeah. And quarterbacks, first of all, quarterbacks bar is a different level.
Yes.
You're basically dating the CEO.
Yes.
You dating the CEO.
The guy.
So you definitely have to be willing to take a back seat. You got to be like Savannah James.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She ain't gonna, she gonna do a little podcast. She got a little, whatever she got going on. Hey, look, they try to beat up on Aisha Curry, but I understand what she's saying. But man, I just hate it. I just, understand. Like they're young though, Ocho. Some things, sometimes you have to make a mistake before you understand the gravity of what you're in. And then you get a true understanding of what you're dealing with. Right. So hopefully she learned that. Just keep that to yourself. Okay, the building wants him to play. If and when that time comes, he gets an opportunity to get back in there, he plays well, he's able to hold down the spot. But don't you go on social media and act up. Ocho, the Bears beat the Browns, by the score of 31-3. The Browns held Cleveland to 192 yards and turned 3 interceptions against Shedeur into 17 points. With 3 takeaways, Chicago extended their lead to 30. Remember, Ocho, DA, Dennis Allen, he was in Denver, he was the D coordinator. He was at the Raiders. He was at the Saints. He's an unbelievable defensive coordinator. And I think we had Jalen Johnson on earlier in the year, and he was talking about what he brought, that swag. They got guys that can take, Kevin Bayard can take the ball away. They brought in C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who can take the ball away, and seemingly good things always follow the teams that he ends up landing on. But they got guys that
every time
quarterback, and they did a great job of pressuring Shedeur. They sacked him 5 times. They picked him off 3 times. But he's going to have to learn. And I keep saying this. He keeps bubbling.
Yeah.
He's not going to outrun not defensive ends in this league, Ocho. But somehow he thinks he is. You're not your father, Shedeur. You don't have that kind of athleticism. Sometimes you could step up and then go. But you trying to bubble, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
He made a couple of good throws to Ocho. He hit 16.
Hey, some good.
I forget his name, Ocho.
Bond.
Yeah. He hit him. He had
Bond.
him for again, but he put too much air. The wind got it and killed it. If he'd
Yeah.
threw that one more on the line, Ocho, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
But he has to understand, bro. That's why you get out there and you try to get adjusted to the wind. You can't throw when it's that cold. That air is heavy.
Yeah.
If you're in the Midwest, that air is heavy. So and plus it's probably a little windy. You put that ball up there like that high, it ain't going where you think it is.
Every time, especially this is a good game for him too. He didn't play well enough, or he didn't play well for them to be able to compete and contend against a Chicago Bears team and defense and offense that's been clicking on all cylinders damn near all year long. Been clicking on all cylinders all damn year long. But he did make some good throws, but he didn't play well enough today. Obviously, this is a game that he can continue to grow from. And playing in those conditions, I played in Chicago, Unc. I'm sure you played there too. People in the chat, if you're from Chicago, you also know you got to go out there in warm-ups. You got to go out there in the warm-ups and adapt to the elements and understand what you can and what you can't do. There's certain throws you won't be able to make. Not in that environment, not with that wind, and not with those elements. And I mean, he just didn't play well. There's really nothing else really to say about it. They were intercepted today. They made him uncomfortable. He doesn't have the foot speed to be able to escape the pocket like he wants to, especially when he tries to bubble and outrun some of the defensive ends. If anything, you got to play within your strengths. Drop back. If you're in the gun, stay within the framework of what you're able to. Your pocket presence. He has great pocket presence. He has great pocket awareness. And when you are able to be mobile, do it within the tackles, within the guards. Anything outside is just not happening unless they commit and crash down too fast. Outside of that, trying to bubble out and trying to outrun the DNs is not going to work because all of the goddamn DNs, they damn near 4'5".
Yeah.
They damn near 4'5".
Even if they 4'6", they still gonna catch him at 4'8", 4'9".
Right.
Ocho, Judy got to help him. He hit Judy in the chest, Ocho. That can't be an interception. It can be an incompletion, but it can't be an interception.
In the end zone, the one Jalen Johnson kicked off.
Ocho, that can't be an interception. It's a touchdown or an incompletion.
Yeah, you got to be able to. You got to be able to get that out of there. And
Ocho, he hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
Shedeur didn't
You got to make.
The one thing that we will not do, Ocho and I, we're gonna call it like I see it, how we see it. Shedeur didn't play well today. There's no way to sugarcoat that. Yeah, the elements. Yeah, Caleb Williams was out there in the same 10-degree weather.
Yeah.
The wind blowing, whatever it was, he was in it also. His players had to make plays. Luther Burton III made plays. DJ Moore made plays. Colston Loveland made plays. Komet made plays. Okay. I like Harold Fanning Jr. I mean, he had 14 targets, Ocho. He made plays.
Yeah.
Isaiah Bond made some plays, but Judy, you got to make plays for him. Shedeur, you got to do a better. You got to do a better job of just get rid of the ball. It's okay. I think the thing is that for so long he's been able to make every play, Ocho, at most levels. He thinks that's the same. It ain't happening. Tom Brady couldn't make every play. Peyton Manning couldn't make every play. You name a great quarterback and he couldn't make every play. Shedeur is going to have to learn how to learn when to throw the ball away. Yeah. And he hasn't learned that yet, and I don't know why. I don't know. It's only, what is it, fourth start, Ocho, fourth or fifth start? So,
yes, sir.
As this thing progresses, let's take all this information that you're getting right now, catalog it. You're going to have a great portfolio to look at going into this offseason of things that you absolutely need to work on. And when you come back next year, these mistakes, Ocho and I are not going to be as forgiving. We understand that you're a rookie quarterback and only his fourth start. But moving forward, as next year, in the same position, you can't make those mistakes. That's unforgivable.
And then the one thing about it is he's going to have to be able to recall some of the things that happened this year. And when you're put in those situations again, the following year, you don't make those same mistakes. You don't make those same mistakes because you're able to recall, okay, I know this is happening. Oh, shoot, they run the same defense. Or I see that safety coming down. I see that safety playing on the hash. And okay, they're not coming. I understand. And so once you're able to recall the information and regurgitate it mentally in your head and visualize what's coming, because damn, I saw that last year, so I know exactly what's coming. And I think he's gonna be all right. But obviously, as a rookie,
now, the one thing we got to look, there's only one starting offensive lineman that started the season that was starting today. So all this notion that that's the same offensive line, no, it's not the same offensive line that the other quarterback started with. It's not.
Right.
So let's take that into consideration. So now he's out there playing. He's playing with a backup offensive line. You see what? Look at the difference between Chicago. Chicago was the most sacked team. They were 30th in rushing. Now they're second in rushing. They're second. Only the Broncos have allowed fewer sacks than what the Bears. You see the difference?
Yes.
People were talking about Caleb Williams. I told you they should have taken Jaden Daniels, and that all could pan out. But you see what the Bears did. The Bears went out and said, you know what? We've got a franchise quarterback. We've got to protect him. And Joe Tooney, they go get a left guard. They go get a center. They get Jonah. I think it's Jonah Jones. I think they got him from the Rams. They get a right tackle. Now they're able to run the ball. They're second in rush yards per game. They're second, have allowed the second fewest sacks. You see the difference in Caleb Williams now and last year. Look at this team last year compared to this year. They're challenging for the number 1 seed. They got crazy. 10 wins already with 3 games to play. Personnel matters.
Yeah.
Offensive line, that's how you build. You build your team front to back. I don't give a damn who your quarterback is. Let him not get protected and see what happens. You see how ordinary Mahomes look when he's running for his life? You see Brady. We saw that with Brady. I don't care who you are. Your offensive line can't protect you. You ain't doing much of nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
absolutely,
man, Miles, I sure hope Miles looked like he tweaked that groin, Ocho. He got a sack and a half. He's at 21 and a half. He needs a sack and a half to break the record. He got 3 games. What's on Cleveland's schedule?
Bills next.
They got the Bill. Oh Lord, sit this one out, Miles. Get healthy. Bills, Steelers, Bengals. Oh, he gonna get that record. He gonna get that record against y'all.
Yeah.
Nah, he gonna get that record. Nah, he gonna get that record. Josh Allen is not an easy quarterback to sack, damn it. First of all, getting to him might be easy. Getting his big ass on the ground. Because think about it. He's bigger than Big Ben. Yeah. He's faster than Big Ben. See, the issue wasn't getting to Big Ben. It was getting his ass on the ground once you got to him.
Yeah, he is a big boy now.
But Myles Garrett, he's going to be a unanimous defensive player of the year. Nobody else is really in the running for that. 21 and a half sacks. No. I just hope that groin is able to hold up and he's able to play these next 3 weeks. But look, Cleveland, man, you got to get an offensive line. You got to get Shedeur some weapons. That's all I got. That's what we got for you. Without weapons, you got something up here? What? They say Jerry Judy needs to delete his social media for a while. During the broadcast, Ocho, check this out. During the broadcast, Allison Williams reported that the Browns removed Shedeur's wristband and made some changes to the play call. Ocho, how you remove the wristband and add plays to a wrist? Ocho, have you ever heard anything like this?
Yeah, I've never heard anything like that, but I know when you do go into a game, obviously, Unc, you understand and knows that have played the game at any level. The first 15 plays are scripted. Now, outside of that, you have a number of plays that you practice all week. You practice all week that are on that wristband. And obviously, you go to your wristband to be able to reflect on what they want to call based on what they call into your ear. Now, whatever they did, once they take that wristband off, I'm still sure it's plays that just might not have been on the wristband.
How they not on the wristband, Ocho? What they do? They call in. They'll say 34. You scan down 34. Yeah. Okay, red, right, 17. Blah 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 blah. That's what they do. That's why you see the guy. You see you go, Chad. When you look at them, you see they going down like this here. Oh, there's 34. Yeah. Okay, right there. That's the play. How the hell you add plays to a? You had all week. What plays are
Yeah.
you adding to a wristband that you took time out and you had your secretaries to type up and put on? Now you take the wristband
Right.
off and to add plays? I've never
Right.
heard of this in my life.
Listen, hey, I've never heard of it either, but that is the only explanation I can think of, is that there were plays that they wanted to run that they might have practiced during the week. They just wasn't on the current wristband. That's the current wristband. That's the only thing I can think of.
So why would you not put
That's
them
the
on
only
there?
Hey, yeah, I have no idea. But listen, your thought is just as good as mine. That's the only thing I can think of. Because but you know what they not gonna do? You know what they not gonna do? They not gonna call no plays that they didn't run or practice during the week. They not gonna do that.
So why would you add plays? So if you really to add those plays, clearly you practiced them. Why weren't they already on the wristband?
Yeah, ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
Because when I heard it, Ocho, here's Stefanski being asked about it after the game.
Early on, was there something wrong with Sanders' wristband?
Yeah, there was a miscommunication early.
I think they mentioned that you guys had the wrong plays in the wristband on the first two drives. Is that accurate?
No, yeah. There was something, I don't know if the wristband got something on it or whatever it was, but there was we got that fixed pretty quickly.
Ocho!
I mean, you know the funny thing about it is it's hard when reporters ask a coach a question, especially like that. A coach is always going to be PC. He's always going to be politically correct and not give the true, honest answer on what the issue is behind whatever it was that happened with the wristband. They're never going to tell us the truth. They're never going to. So now it leaves all of us guessing. It leaves all of us guessing because the wristband is made up. Excuse me, before maybe a Friday, Unc, or maybe a Saturday, because you understand what plays you have, what bulk of plays you like, what bulk of plays we ran in practice that Shedeur did well. And that's what goes on the wristband.
Right. But here's the thing, Ocho. They're not leaving till Saturday morning. So Saturday morning is the last official wristband that you're gonna get.
Right.
So that's what you're gonna have. That's what your first 15 plays, the first 15, you already know what they are. You walk through those. You talked about them the night before. The quarterback coach has gone over those with Shedeur. These are the plays, the first 15 plays that we're going to call. This is a first down play. This is our second down play. This is our third down play. This is what, X, Y, and Z. This is our red zone play. This is our goal-to-go play. That's all on the wristband. There might be 150 plays on the wristband, and he'll tell you play 76. So you got 76. Okay, 76. Okay. But I've never heard anything like this because they asked him what the wrong plays on the wristband. He said, no. So I don't know what to make of this, and I don't want to make it seem like we're trying to make excuses for him. But I've never heard this before, Ocho. I really haven't.
I haven't, and it's really somewhat of a red flag for something like that happened in the middle of a game. In the middle of a game, we as coaches, I'm talking about we as coaches, but as players, I understand how well prepared we are going into a game. So how something like this can happen is beyond me, especially at the NFL level. At the NFL level, preparation. Man, listen, there's one thing you would never be able to question about all 32 teams is the way they prepare in a week and preparing for an opponent. There are really no mistakes and no error because there's too many moving parts to it for it to happen. It's too many moving parts.
I agree with you, Ocho. It might be a situation. I've never heard of this before, and I don't know how it happened. We don't know why it happened. But if I'm Jimmy Haslam, I'm going to need some answers.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some answers. I want to know how, for the first two drives, the wrong plays were on the sheet. And we had to take the wristbands and make some adjustment to it. I need to know why. If I'm Jimmy, I'm calling my friends. I don't know who's really friendly with. I'm gonna ask the other owners. Have your coaches ever had a situation do you know about where they had to change the the wristband because the plays that they gave the quarterback were the wrong plays or the plays they didn't want to call or something like that? Because I need to know why. Mistakes happen. But not the egregiousness of this mistake.
No, not them kind of mistakes.
DK Metcalf has been suspended 2 games without pay by the NFL for conduct detrimental to the NFL for initiating physical confrontation with a fan. According to the NFL release, DK actions violate league policy that specifies player may not enter the stands or otherwise confront fans at any time on game day, and if a player makes unnecessary physical contact with a fan in any way that constitutes unsportsmanlike conduct or presents crowd-controlled issues and or with risk of injury, he will be held accountable. DK plans to appeal the suspension, according to Adam Schefter. Ocho, if the suspension stands, DK will forfeit $555,556 in 2 games. But here's the most important issue: if the suspension holds, he voids $40 million in future guaranteed money.
Wait,
the gentleman that he confronted, Ryan Kennedy, the Detroit Lions fan involved in the altercation, denied he used a racial slur, misogynistic, or hate-based language during the incident, according to the statement released by a Michigan law firm. According to Tom Pelissero, DK had a history with this Lions fan he confronted Sunday. Metcalf reported the same fans to Seahawks security last season while playing with Seattle. Also worth noting, when DK joined the Steelers, he told a radio play-by-play broadcaster that he prefers to be called DeQuillen, but goes by DK because it's easier to pronounce. I think I read somewhere, now I'm not sure, don't quote me on this and don't hold me, but I think he reported, he might have reported it to security, Steelers security. I don't know, but this is what we know. What he reportedly, what he's allegedly told you, what he allegedly reported, I think, James Harrison, and what this gentleman, it does not. There has to be someone. There has to be someone that was in that vicinity that heard the back and forth between the two. There has to be.
And obviously there was audio that came out today, audio that's not clear, audio that does not state what was said or exchanged between those two. The audio that you do hear is the people that, for one, the people that are literally sitting next to, holding the camera. Listen, he has no reason to lie. He has no reason to lie. And what I don't do, I do not condone putting your hands on the fan. I don't condone that. That's absolutely that.
Yes.
No matter what they say, no matter what they say, you should not touch a fan. Now, going back and having a verbal altercation, now that's okay. A little trash talk back and forth, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I don't condone putting your hands on the fan. But there's certain people that you can't tell them how to react based on what you say to them. I know, listen, it's freedom of speech. You can say what you want to say. But also with that, you can control what people do if they choose to do something, depending on what you say. And that's what I said yesterday. And I said yesterday that the NFL, they're going to come down now.
Oh, they're going to, I said, Ocho, he gets suspended.
I thought
it would
have been a $50,000 fine. I thought it would have been a $50,000.
Oh, no, it was never going to be 50.
But, I mean, hey, listen, it sucks. It sucks for the Lions, for their fans in general, just for this stain to even be on them, for that, for this even happen. They have so many good things going on already for them. For DK, DK's been DK's been a hothead, not really with the fans, but on the field in general.
On the field, he grabbed face mask, got unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Yeah, so I mean, for him, it sucks as well. The whole $40 million guaranteed, that being voided based on whatever it may be. I'm not sure how that even implies or is even part of the situation in general. So you would probably have to explain that for me a little bit more in depth, how that would even affect this in general.
Any suspension triggers a board of guaranteed money.
Well, that's if
league suspension or team suspension.
That's it triggers it, but the team itself would have to. They can pull back from that if they want to, though. Okay. But he ain't got nothing to worry about then. He ain't got nothing to worry about. They wouldn't be nasty like that. They wouldn't be nasty like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know too many teams that's really give $40 million. But I agree with you. Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. I just think the thing is that now players, you see what and You have to be careful now. We're in a sue happy time. Players, somebody says something that you deem inappropriate, go get NFL security and have that person removed. In the process of having that person removed, they're probably going to lose if that's their tickets, those season tickets, they're probably going to lose those. And if whoever seats they're in, they're going to lose those because they're responsible for whomever sits in that seat.
I don't.
So that's because you see that with basketball now. These guys ain't going back and forth. All that trash talking now. They say, hey, come here, right here. You know,
hey, but I don't like. See, you're different. Well, you know, I love to talk. I love a healthy exchange of pleasantries. You know, I don't know what it is with this era, but our era, I like going to play in Baltimore. I like going to play the Steelers. I like playing away. I like playing in chaotic, hostile environments. I enjoy the altercations back and forth. I love the exchanges of pleasantries with fans who are not part of the Bengals. Like, I like that. That's fun for me. There's really nothing you can say that can get me angry because before I get angry, I'm going to tell you, ugly ass, I love you anyway. And we're going to keep going back and forth. We can go back and forth all goddamn game. So I don't understand what it is about players from this era, in a sense, where what fans say actually shouldn't bother you. Like, have fun with it. Enjoy it. Banter back and forth. No matter what they say, if they say something crazy, you say something crazy back. In just words. In just words. That's the way I look at it. Now, everybody doesn't react the same.
Nah, they could probably say something. They could probably say something about your mom or your grandma that's not just words.
Man, my mama whoop your ass. So what you talking about?
So I think but here's the thing, Ocho. You see, you got to be careful when you go back and forth. Because if you get the best of them, then all of a sudden that trigger word, they start saying trigger.
Okay.
Because my grandpa used to always say, boy, he say, if you give the devil a ride long enough, eventually he gonna drive the car.
Man, don't stop right there. Don't you write that down. Ocho. Hold on. Hey, boy, you think you slick. I got my pen right here. Now you pull that one out of nowhere now. My kids took my goddamn notebook, man. I'm gonna put it in my notes. Hold on. Ooh. Hey, boy, that was a good one, boy. God damn, that was a good one. Hold on, bring that to me one more time.
Yeah. You give the devil a ride long enough, eventually he'll drive.
Oh my God.
Then what? You just have to be careful. Hey, even us, Ocho, teammates and stuff, you got to be, we going back and forth. Eventually, somebody you start getting the best, and then somebody start taking it personal. And then they go, you know what? Don't even worry about it, bro. It ain't, before I say something or you say something, let's go ahead and end it. And that's how you have to deal with it. Hold up. The Kalen Metcalf. So DK is just easier. Yeah. But I think his mama probably called him Kalen. Look, I tweeted something about as a matter of fact, he was playing the Steelers and he had an opportunity to get out of bounds. He kept it up inside and clock went off, and I was like, DK at that situation, it's more important to get out of bounds than you getting a few extra yards. And he didn't take kindly what I said. But when I sat down and had a conversation and interviewed him, and I said I was explaining what I was trying to do, DK. I mean no harm by it, bro. But I was just saying you have to understand the situation. There's a time and a place to get extra yards, and I felt in that situation that wasn't the time nor the situation for you to get extra yards. The most important thing was time on the clock. And you burnt some time off the clock, and I felt in that moment you were being selfish. Once I explained it to him, and he's like, okay, I appreciate that, Unc. And, we kind of stay in contact. He's like, well, tell me what you think, X, Y, and Z, things of that nature. But I think he's a great kid, and I think he's a great, I do. And sometimes when emotion is high, logic is low. But moving forward, I'm not talking to all NFL players. If a fan says something you deem as inappropriate, just call NFL security and get their ass removed. I don't care if it's a child. I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care what it is. Get them removed.
Hey, or fellow NFL players, get your roast game up. Get your joke game up. Listen, go out there and exchange pleasantries with these fans at away games. Have some fun with it.
No, but Ocho, that's not everybody. That's not you and I are quick with it. Boom,
Hey.
boom, boom. Yeah, I'm firing off. I'm just
Yeah.
joning. If you go to an HBCU, you got to be able to
But
joke. Because you ain't not finna walk in that student center with some bull jive on or
and
look
think
at a
you gonna
mess
get away with it.
And yeah. So joning is my. I'm an expert at joning.
Yeah.
But everybody ain't like that.
Yeah.
And everybody don't play like that. See, what is joke to you is death to someone else.
Ooh.
So you have to be careful because everybody don't joke. Everybody, what you find funny, don't find it funny. So you have to, but you know, sometimes fan trolls and rage baiters or whatever they want to call them, they go to the game just to get that. In situations, the mere fact that he has a law firm, you know, there's probably going to be a civil suit. But hey, but you just, if I could give DK any advice or any player that could potentially find themselves in that situation, just have security removed.
I got it. But hey, I mean, all us got that quick wit though. That's just a part of us in general. Like think about telling jokes. You got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to.
But everybody, Ocho, that's just like everybody can't sing. Everybody can't dance. Everybody can't lead devotional service. Everybody can't pray. Sometimes you have to. Me. Oh, once that's what. If that's what
I'm ready. Come on.
Now. Oh, I got 1,000 jokes on me. I ain't used but 12 of them. So I got 988 more to tear your ass up with it. So, but that's me. And I know what's going to happen. Because here's the thing, Ocho. This is what happens. If somebody getting on somebody, they don't get mad at the person roasting them. They get mad at the people laughing. Oh, what you laughing at? Oh, it's funny? No, now you mad because I'm laughing. He the one that... But that's how it is. And so, look. Fellow NFLers, moving forward, this is the way you handle that situation. The Seattle Seahawks ruined the return of 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. Jason Myers kicked the franchise record 6 field goals, including one of 56 yards with 29 seconds left as the Seahawks outlasted 44-year-old quarterback Phillip Rivers and the Colts 18-16 without scoring a touchdown. Myers converted 24 of his last field goal attempts with his only miss, a 61-yard try on November 16th, and he leads the NFL with a career-best 154 points. He also converted from 47, 52, 46, 32, and 30. The Seahawks needed every one of those points. Rivers, who hadn't thrown a pass in the NFL in over 5 years, Seattle extended its winning streak to 4 games. Indy trailed for just a little under 2 minutes, went ahead 13-3 on Rivers' first touchdown pass since the Colts 27-24 lost to Buffalo in the playoffs on January the 9th of 2024. Ocho, you know, they talk about that. You know what else recalibrates? Medical insurance. He get 5 more years. You know, when you got 11 kids, so by this time, another 4 or 5 will be off the payroll, Ocho. Be up. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but no, seriously. Look, I thought he played. I thought Phillip Rivers didn't play bad, considering Ocho, the man ain't really had no serious. He was 18 of 27, 120. Nothing. You know, they weren't trying to push the ball down the field, Ocho. You know, they couldn't hold up against that. But Jonathan Taylor ran the ball for 25 times for 87 yards. Amir Abdullah had 4 for 15. Seattle was in the red zone all day, but they couldn't punch the ball in the end zone. Give the Indy defense credit for that. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 7 catches, $113. He should be up. What is he like 1,500 right now? I think there's an outside chance he that performance that he had. I forget what he had. What a couple of weeks ago where he had like 3 it might have been Minnesota where Ocho, you know, he had like 25 yards. And that kind of set him back. But there's still an outside chance that he get to 1,800.
Yeah, he got to go crazy. He got to go. I mean, they got to continue to keep.
He got 1541, Ocho. So he needs 259 in 3 games, which is about 80 yards a game. He averaging that right now.
Yeah, he could definitely get that.
Oh, as a matter of fact, he averaging over 100 yards a game. So he got 1531. They played 14 games. So yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got a chance to get that because they put him in position to be able to get him the ball. They have plays specifically designed just to get
And
him
he's
open.
so smooth with it.
Mismatches.
Man.
Yeah.
That joke is smooth, man.
Nice.
He should be a unanimous first team All-Pro. You know that he should be a first team unanimous All-Pro. Obviously, Myles Garrett should be a first team All-Pro.
Yes.
I'm trying to think who else. Oh, McBride, the tight end from Arizona. Oh, man.
He nice.
He cooking. He nice. How many catches McBride got from Arizona? He cooking. He had 2 more today, Ocho.
Mm-hmm. McBride is the real deal.
He got 105 catches. Ocho, he got 105 catches right now. He leading the league? Have we ever had a tight end lead the league in catches? I don't think so, Ocho. I don't think Zach Ertz led the league when he had it. I don't think Witten, when he had I think Ertz got the record. He gonna get that record.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm still.
And catches or touchdowns? Did he? Wow. Gronk did. How many Gronk have? Okay.
Hey, I still can't believe Phillip Rivers at 44 was able to come out there and he looked.
You can play a position that doesn't require athleticism. You're not playing that at corner. You're not playing that at receiver. You're not playing that at safety. You're not playing that at running back. You're not playing that at tight end. Only quarterback.
That's it.
The Chargers beat the Chiefs and eliminated them from the playoffs, but that was not the worst news. Patrick Mahomes suffered season-ending torn ACL in his left knee in the closing minutes. Mahomes underwent an MRI after the game, and it was confirmed he and the Chiefs are now exploring surgical options, according to the team.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes tweeted, "Don't know why this had to happen, and I'm not going to lie, it hurts. But all we can do now is trust God and attack every single day and over and over again. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom, for always supporting me. For everyone who's reached out and sent prayers, I'll be back stronger than ever."
You know it's weird? If I'm not mistaken, after winning 3 Super Bowls, Tom Brady tore his knee in his 9th season. After winning 3 Super Bowls, Patrick Mahomes also tears his knee in his 9th season. It's unfortunate, but understanding players like this, as great as they are, he's going to be able to come back stronger. There are changes, obviously, that need to be made within their organization as well. A lot of changes
need to be made, Ocho. A lot of changes. Yeah. A lot of changes. Yeah. And I think they stuck with this roster far too long. Ocho. Far too long.
Right. So I'm not sure. Obviously, when you look at it from top to bottom, I'm not sure where you start, especially for them. I think the offensive line.
You got to start with offensive line, Ocho. You need a running back.
Yeah.
You need a running back, Ocho. Ocho, 21 carries for 49 yards.
Yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco had 11 carries for 21 yards. Kareem Hunt had 6 carries for 12 yards. Rashard Smith had 2 carries for 1 yard. Mahomes had 2 for 15 with a long of 12. You got to start with you got a running back. You got to go get a running back. Far too long. Look, and see what happens is that when you have success doing with a hodgepodge and not having you say, we can do. No, you can't. You can't. They're gonna have to, they need D-line that could go get the quarterback. Although they did a pretty good job today.
Yeah.
The coverage people, the safeties, they're not good. I mean, they give them a touchdown right before the half, Ocho. I'm like, nothing cheap, nothing D.
Yep, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Mahomes hadn't been seeing the field. He's gotten Rashee Rice blown up like 3 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, that slant, you can't stare that slant down as much as you want to.
He stared it down, and Rashee, you better come flat. You take your ass up the field if you want to, and that St. Jefferson said, okay. I bet you don't have to tell him again, Ocho. What you want to bet?
But Yeah, that's also on the quarterback, because if you give the goddamn safety a beeline by catching the ball or the ball the ball snapping in your hands, and the first thing you do is you look at him right away. I mean, he reading that. He safety not even backpedaling. He ain't going nowhere. That's why it's a bang bang play. If you keep your eyes right there and force that safety, at least shuffle maybe 3 steps, it give that receiver time to catch and protect himself. But if you don't, if you get the ball and you look right at him right away, well, hell, ain't no threat. I'm going straight.
And he led him on the shallow. I mean, he got him blasted last week on like a shallow. He got him blasted again. I mean, he's not. Look, he's still Patrick Mahomes. He has an impressive resume, but based on the last couple of years, he's not the best quarterback. He has the most impressive resume. Because I don't let your resume like, oh, no matter what happens. No, I'm not so sure. That guy up in Buffalo isn't the best quarterback currently going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we can throw Drake May in that conversation too.
All I know is he was down 21-0 to Drake May's team in Drake May's building, and he went 5 straight possessions with touchdowns.
Yeah. I think even though with today's loss, that doesn't take away from the resume Drake.
Oh no. But I didn't think Drake May was the MVP. Matthew Stafford is the MVP.
MVP. Oh yeah.
Matthew,
that's not.
Don't count out 17 up in Buffalo. He playing his ass off.
No. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what else? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Buffalo's year.
Well, look,
I wouldn't be surprised.
You got your kryptonite out the way. Somebody already did you a favor.
Hold on, 3 of them almost out the way. You don't have to deal with Pat Mahomes. I'm not sure what the Ravens are going to do. You know, I mean, no disrespect to them. You might not have to deal with Lamar. And Joe and company, they out the door.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this: if Buffalo don't get there this year, based on what Sean McDermott ain't coming back, it ain't gonna get any easier.
Yeah. This is their year.
No Burrow,
I mean,
no Mahomes, and possibly no Lamar. Now, he's beaten Lamar in the postseason.
Yes. Damn.
It'll be the first time the Chiefs will miss the postseason since 2014.
2014,
we talked about it, Ocho. We talked about changes that they need to make. They need a running back. They need to redo the offensive line. Yeah. They got to get some receivers. Look, Juju is sure hand. Yeah, Ocho, come on, man. I mean, Rasheed might be a number 1 for that team.
Right.
But when we look at number ones, that they can go to a lot of different teams and be number 1s. Chase going anywhere and be number 1. Puka Nacua going anywhere, he gonna be number 1. Jetta.
Yes.
I'm looking at guys like they need a guy, Ocho, not guys. Yeah. And I get it. And because what happens, Ocho, if you have success, think about it. They lost Cheetah. They go to 3 Super Bowls, they win 2. Well, we don't need a number 1. We don't need a running back. We don't need a Jahmyr Gibbs. We don't need a Cook. We don't need a Saquon. We don't need a Derrick Henry. Ocho, you can't. 49 yards, you're not going to win, Ocho. With that offensive line, it puts so much pressure on your quarterback. Patrick Mahomes had to run all year long for his life.
Yep.
I mean, Ocho, think about this here, Ocho. You remember when the Chiefs were in the absolute best? You could not go to Arrowhead and score. If you didn't score 30 points when you were at the Arrowhead, you couldn't beat the Chiefs.
You're losing. Yeah, you're losing.
They scored 10 last week on the road. They get 13 this week at home, and it's been dropping precipitously.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to understand, other teams are getting better. Other teams are used to some of the things that you like to do. They understand and know your tendencies now. They understand your weaknesses, especially up front. You know, being able to get Mahomes off the spot. Some of the trick plays, some of the fun stuff, some of the entertaining stuff, and the creativity that coach has been able to call for that team, they're not able to do it right now. You can't do it right now. Some of the fun they were having, the creativity Andy Reid had, with calling plays, you can't do it. One of my favorite plays ever I saw when they came out the huddle and they did the merry-go-round. I'm like, what the heck? What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And it worked.
Yep. Ocho, Chris Jones played a complete game, and didn't register a stat. Makes $31 million. He's the highest paid defensive tackle in football, and he didn't register a stat. He lines up offsides. They see him offside. They call timeout. He come out the timeout, and he lines up offsides again. The safeties aren't very good. Corners are just so-so. Even Trent McDuffie has taken a step back this year, Ocho. You watched him. Mm-hmm. I don't know if him not getting that contract extension, maybe that was playing on his head, but he ain't the same. Following the Chiefs' elimination from the NFL playoffs will not include Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Patrick Mahomes for the first time since 1998.
Damn. Hey, them boy, hey. Greatness. Even greatness has a setback.
Chris Jones had no clue today was an elimination game for the Chiefs until reporters told him post-game presser, we still have a fighting chance. Oh, we're out of the playoffs? Yep. Y'all done. Tony Jefferson was ejected from the Chiefs game after helmet-to-helmet hit on Tyquan Thornton. Many questioned the ejection on social media. Ocho, do you think it was the right call?
Hey, that's listen. They handicap defenders so much. They've handicapped players on defense so much. We don't know what's the right call and what's not. This is still the game of football at the end of the day. It's still the game. It's a barbaric sport. It's a dangerous sport, huh? It just is. And there's no way to protect players offensively when defenders only have one thing to do. There's only you can't change the way you tackle. You can't change the speed of the game. I mean, there's nothing you can do. So defenders, their hands are tied behind the back. What do you want them to do? It's like you have to come up, play two-hand touch. So your job as a defender is to dislodge the ball from the player.
Separate man from ball.
That's his job. That's his job. It always has been. There's nothing they can do. They've handicapped the game already so much for defenders where a lot of catches, a lot of touchdowns are happening because players are becoming gun shy, not willing to take those hits.
You're right.
I don't want to get fined. They're taking bad angles. They're going low, hitting players in their knees, causing injuries. You know, it's just I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say.
Jefferson was booed heavily as he left the field and apparently made an obscene gesture towards the Chiefs fans. After the game, he apologized. Jefferson, I apologize for that. I'm classier than that. I was just caught up in the moment. I won't sit here and act like I'm a perfect man. I messed up when I did that. I have kids at home, and there are kids out there watching the game too, so I apologize. They probably got it on television. I don't know. But if they did, I apologize to Chiefs fans, my kids, and all the kids around. We just had TJ on the show. And bro, hey, hats off. We talk about this all the time, bro. When emotions are high, logic is low. You admitted you made a mistake. The NFL's probably going to find you, but you owned up to it. It didn't take you a whole lot of time, and you didn't lie and say I didn't do anything, or did you say, look, bro, my emotions got the best of me. I apologize to the Chiefs fans. I apologize to all the kids around the world that watch me because I'm classier than that, and I hold myself to a higher standard than that. But my emotions got the best of me, and for that, I'm sorry. Ocho, what a game, what a game. Tyler Luke misses a 44-yard field goal wide right, and a brutal miss from a rookie. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers win the AFC North, and they get to host a game Next Monday night, as a matter of fact, they get to take on the Houston Texans, which should be a barn burner of a ball game. The Houston Texans finished great down the stretch, and they finished today. They won today. They beat the Indianapolis Colts. But tonight, Lamar Jackson came back after last week, taking last week off. He was 11 of 18. He only threw 18 passes, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. Derrick Henry ran the ball extremely well tonight, 20 carries, $126. Steelers just dominated time of possession, Ocho. Aaron Rodgers was 31 of 47, 294, 1 touchdown, no interception, clean game. They ran the ball 24 times for 100 yards. Ocho, when somebody goes back to throw the ball that many times and they're not as mobile as Aaron is, and you only get him 2 times, that lets you know you need some rushers. The Steelers played. Both teams played great. Ravens got up to a great start, 10-0. Ocho. If you look at the Steelers, they were 9 of 16. Think about it, Ocho. You don't normally have 16 opportunities for third down.
No,
16.
That's a lot.
And then you pick up 9 of them, because 8 of them is 50%. So you're probably around 55%. You let somebody pick up 55% of third downs, you're gonna probably get your ass beat. You probably lose more than what you did, but a missed field goal. I wasn't surprised that he missed it. That's a rookie kicker, Ocho.
Rookie kicker in that situation, and you have one job. Huh? You hear me? You have one job. I don't care about the situation, preseason, regular season, implications to be able to go to the playoffs. You have one job. When you go to practice, they do one thing since training camp. They kick the ball. That's it.
Let me ask you a question. How many times in practice they kick for a chance to go to the playoffs?
You block the noise out. You block the noise out. It doesn't matter what you're going for.
How many times you think John Harbaugh told him this is a kick to go and take us to the playoffs? Now we practice. Do we not practice 2 minutes? Do we practice no huddle?
Yeah.
Okay, we down 3. We down 7. How many times you think John Harbaugh told him this is the kick to get us into the playoffs? How many times? How many times you think he's been under that kind of pressure?
Probably never. Probably never. Probably never. Hey, that's a whole lot, boy. That's a whole lot riding on your leg.
Absolutely.
Listen to me. That's a different kind of pressure. Huh?
The guy that he replaced in his rookie season, all he did is go kick the Ravens to the AFC Championship game.
You see the importance of having a kicker.
But you talk about there was a chance. He's arguably one of the 2 or 3 greatest kickers to ever, especially clutch big game. How many big game kicks have we seen him make? A 66-yarder in Detroit to win the game. Playoff games, all these implications. We've seen him time and time again. Now last year he struggled. Obviously had some things going on, but we saw him struggle.
Right.
This situation here, Ocho, and I'm looking at the game. I'm like, well, damn, Ravens. Man, look, y'all got the momentum, man. Y'all need to get some separation. And I kept like, man, get a little separation. Get a little separation.
Yeah.
They never could get the separation they need. And next thing you know, it's 10-3, and then it's 10-10, and then it's I was like, damn. I said, boy, you're playing with fire. Because we talk about it all the time, Ocho. When you have momentum, you better get some separation, because they're going to get it.
As much as you can. Yeah, listen. The pendulum always shifts in a football game. The pendulum always shifts in any sport, no matter what you play. At some point, but like you say, you want to get as much of a lead as you can while you had the momentum. But it's difficult, Unc. That's why it looked the way it looked tonight. It's difficult, and it comes down to what it did tonight, where the game is decided on the kicker's leg. And most of the time, you hope you have a clutch kicker, a good kicker who doesn't allow certain situations to bother him, where he can still complete the task under those kind of conditions.
That's why Adam Vinatieri is going to the Hall of Fame. You talk about clutch. How about making a game-winning field goal in the snow? How about making a kick in the Super Bowl, Ocho, twice?
Yeah.
With no time on the clock. Can you get more clutch than that? Can you get more pressure than that? That's why Adam Vinatieri is going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah, he played a number of years and longevity, but that's not why. You won't find two better kickers under the gun, under immense pressure than Adam Vinatieri.
Vinatieri, yeah.
Everybody
Absolutely.
remember that divisional game of the playoffs against the Raiders in the snow? A driving 45, almost 50-yard kick. He nails it in overtime to win the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
And then guess what, Ocho? 2 years later, come back against the Carolina Panthers and did it again.
He was clutch now. No doubt about it.
Chad, y'all help me. Where did the Ravens look? I understand that. Yes, the defense is bad. And I know John Harbaugh, it's tough, Ocho, when you have a friend and you don't really want to fire somebody. But he probably didn't think he had anybody on the staff that could fill in and do any better than what Zach Orr was doing. That's why he left him in that role. With that being said, this defense isn't good. It's not. Let's be real. Chad, y'all know it. It's not good. They got no pass rushers. The guys in coverage aren't good. Roquan is okay, but Roquan is not Roquan from 3-4 years ago. He's not.
Hold on. I got a question.
Ocho.
Like I know you say the defense is bad, right?
Yes.
But when you look at the third level on the Ravens, are they really that bad? Are they really that bad if they got to cover people for 30 seconds? I mean, if you got to cover somebody for 30 seconds, hell, everybody else would look bad too if you weren't getting any pressure on the goddamn quarterback.
Well, now I call the question. If you know you can't get pressure, why would you put your corners in a one-on-one situation with like a bomb blitz there?
If you can't stop the run, you ain't got no choice.
Well, it wasn't like they were running the football, Ocho. It's the thing is that you realize, like, okay, if I got to rob Peter to pay Paul, I don't need to be going out there getting luxury items. I need to pay the day-to-day. I need to pay the mortgage. I need to pay the light bill. Need to pay the gas bill, the phone bill. I need to pay necessities. So with that being said, I know I can't get home. Do I really want to sacrifice a back end that's not very good to begin with? Am I really trying to put them on an island? Because if I don't get there that's why you need a guy that can win one-on-one, Ocho. You need a guy that can win instantly. You see how Myles Garrett, you see that people like Joe Burrow late? No, he didn't. Look at the get off that Myles Garrett got. Yeah. If he'd have been running track, he'd have false started. Because you can't go under 0.1. He went 0.023. Let that sink in.
He got up out of there.
So when Joe was saying, he was gone. He didn't get the tough.
Yeah.
The Ravens, Ocho, they need defensive linemen, but I'm not so sure they can use a couple of corners too, Ocho. They do.
Nah, I don't listen. Honestly, I like Wiggins. They just drafted him. He's played decent. Of course, he's gotten beat. Well, I think we all get beat. Part of playing the position is
I agree.
Yeah, you are going to get beat, but most of the time you want someone that can be clutch in certain moments and that can win the majority of one-on-one battles. And if you're elite, follow the number one receiver on other teams. I mean, that's what I said.
That's reserved for Sertan. That's reserved for Stingley. That's reserved for who else we got, Ocho? Gonzalez. That's reserved for those guys. AJ Terrell is reserved for guys like that. Mitchell and
Keon Mitchell.
Yes, that's reserved for those guys. He don't need to follow anybody. He probably need to be on the second or the third receiver while you're bull jiving.
That's not nice, huh? I understand what you're saying, but young bull has potential. Young bull has potential. Outside of that, they need a premier. They
do.
I mean, very bad.
They do.
They need a premier rusher. I don't care if you play on the left or you play on the right. We got to get you in the building.
Yeah,
they got to get somebody in the building.
I agree. They need a rusher, preferably two. But if you can get a true number one rusher and a solid number two rusher that can win, I mean, they had Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, look, he's a guy. If you let him get 20 snaps a game, he can generate pressure. If you let him get 20 snaps a game. Now, he's not an every down player anymore, but he still can generate. He can still generate pressure if you minimize his snaps. Offensively, they're going to probably need to get some linemen. They're going to probably need to get a guard, 2 guards. They are. They just are. I mean, I wish it was something I wish I could dress it up for you, but chat, y'all know I'm not lying. I mean, you would like to have more than you'd like to have more than 45 plays. It's hard. I mean, you score 24 points with 45 plays. Lamar was 11 of 18. You ran the ball 27 times for $137. That's 5 yards? 5 yards a carry? You can live with that.
Yeah,
you can live with 5 yards a carry.
Listen, Lamar was efficient when he had the ball, even if they didn't have it a lot. He was efficient with the ball. And we talked about, thinking, what we should do? Hell, I never forget what you said, Unc. You thought they best option was to start Tyler Huntley if Lamar wasn't healthy. Man, the hell you say? Shit. Absolutely not.
I still wish Lamar could have
Lamar did everything he could to make sure he won this game tonight, and he did his part.
He did. I wish Lamar could have put more pressure on him with his legs, Ocho.
He can't. He couldn't. Let me tell you something. You know how I know he's not the same? On that third down where he couldn't get out the way.
Yeah. You saw that guy catch him?
On the third down. Yeah.
Well, you saw it when they ran the quarterback draw. He was. I said, when Lamar Jackson looked like he got a piano on his back.
Yeah. He tipping. Matter of fact, he's tipping. He's not even extending himself. His gate is closed. He's not even opening up. He's moving, but he ain't moving, if that makes sense.
Yes. He is. To the Steelers side, Aaron Rodgers, 31 of 47, 294. They ran the ball 24 times, basically a little over 4 yards a carry. Gainwell had a big catch. Calvin Austin with the sluggo. Thielen had a big catch. Valdez Scantling had some big catches. Look, Freiermuth had a big catch to set him up, get him down to like the 5-yard line. They played well. You know the Steelers was going to play well. Cam Hayward, I thought Cam Hayward had a well of a ball game. I thought the D lineman played really, really well. I thought there were some lanes that had the backside been able to get cut off, that Derrick Henry could have hit those and maybe popped it instead of getting 2-3 yards. He probably could have got 10, 12 yards. But I credit the Steelers. They did a great job of disengaging and getting to the ball carrier. Give those guys credit for that. I thought the Steelers D-line played extremely well. Yeah, and you're like, well, Shannon, how you say they play well? They gave up 126 to Derrick Henry. But that could have easily been against Green Bay. That 120 was 180. That was the difference. Cam Hayward played extremely, extremely well. I love the way look. He might not run fast, but from point A to point B, which is from end to end, he gets there. I was very impressed. I mean, Harry years in what's the year? Year 14? This year 14. He was in that he was in that 2012 draft, Ocho, with Cam and Von Miller and all those guys, Justin Houston, Richard Sherman, all those guys. That the greatest draft. That's the greatest draft. Yeah. That is the greatest. The greatest. If you look at the players in that draft, you know Julio was in that draft, right? AJ Green was in that draft, right? Pat Peterson was in that draft, right?
Yeah, I got
Cam Hayward, Cam Jordan, all of them was in that draft, Ocho.
Hey, the greatest draft is 2001, huh?
What?
The greatest draft is in 2001. No. I just want to throw that out there just in
y'all
case.
Ain't even close. Y'all might not be better than 90. With me, Emmett, Sayal, rest his soul, Ted, rest his soul. Y'all might not be better than us.
Listen, can you hear me? When Chad Javon Johnson was drafted into the NFL, that was the greatest draft.
Ocho, you only one person.
I don't care.
Who else was in your draft class?
Michael Vick.
Okay, who else?
I can't remember the rest of the people.
Cam, Von Miller, Pat Peterson, AJ Green, Julio Jones, Tyron Smith, Cam Jordan, Cam Hayward, Richard Sherman, Justin Houston. Pull up that 2011 draft. It ain't even close. Ain't nobody close to that draft.
Hey,
when you go back and look at the players in that draft in that first round, Ocho, just the first round, Sherman was, I think Sherman was what, second, third, fourth? When you look at that draft, Ocho, that is the greatest.
Hey, what's Sherman? You talking about Richard Sherman?
Sherman was fifth round. Yes.
What? He was fifth round?
J.J. Watt was in that draft.
Okay. Hey, them some nice boys now. Hey, everybody you name is nice, but Ocho was drafted in 2001. I was drafted in 2001. The greatest entertainer of all time was drafted in 2001. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. That's
but
me.
you only one player. You got to have 27 others.
I know, but it's one player that is more entertaining and fun than everybody you just named.
Yeah. Give the Steelers credit. They get an extra day. This is not an accident that they put the team that played the last game on Monday night to give them a rest. They didn't want to cheat them. Don't make them play on Saturday. Let them play Monday night. So this year, Ocho, we got a Monday night playoff game, something we've never had before.
I'm ready. Hey, matter of fact, since we never had it before, why don't we make a presence? Let's make our presence felt. You want me to go to the game?
Cause
hey, how come every time I add
now I got to be in Baltimore, then we got to be in New York.
Hey, how come? Hey, y'all don't be telling me nothing, man. Y'all don't be telling me nothing. I don't be knowing what's going on.
Well, I think you find out sooner or later.
But how you know? How you know before me?
How I know what?
We going to New York.
You knew that. We on the red carpet with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Tiana Taylor.
What we doing with them?
What are you doing on the red carpet, Ocho?
Oh, we finna walk the red carpet?
Ocho, we working. No, we not. Well, yeah, we gonna walk the red carpet. We actually working.
Hey,
we're live streaming from the red carpet, Ocho.
Hold on, I get to wear a suit.
You can wear whatever you want to wear.
Hey, one thing you know about it, when it's time to put on some thread and time to look good, boy, you know who come to the party, Let me tell you, hey, I'm gonna be in some European.
Man, you need to communicate with Ocho.
I'm finna be sharp, bro. What we going to? We going to what? The Golden Globes?
We got Netflix premiere, The Rip, with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Tiana Taylor, all those.
Okay. Hey, I know. You know, me and Ben Affleck go way back. Good.
I'm sure you have some very interesting questions to ask him then.
Hey, yeah, I got some good ones. But I'm finna be so clean, boy. I'm finna be clean as the board of health. You hear me?